it is dumb because it's like you guys have people who listen all over the place. But now I'll just direct them to YouTube. Go to YouTube. Go to YouTube. No, okay.
A prescription is appropriate. Subscription required. See website for full details and important safety information.
Dealing with ED is difficult enough, but the pressure of not satisfying your partner makes it even worse. ED can be tough on a relationship, but at HIMSS, you can contact a medical provider online and, if appropriate, get the prescription medication that treats ED at affordable prices. HIMSS ED medication has the same active ingredients as Viagra, but because it's generic, you pay 90% less. That's right, 90% less. A whole month's supply is just $30, and it's sent right to your home for free in discreet packaging. HIMSS offers the same medication you'd get from your doctor, but without the copay, expensive appointments, or awkward face-to-face conversations. And with HIMSS, every online visit is free, and your relationship right back on track. For a free online consultation, go to forhims.com/joy. That's forhims.com/joy for your free visit. forhims.com/joy.
Recently, a new client
from the historical audio archives of Fox News Talk.
On July 27, 1976, after months of legal wrangling, former Beatle John Lennon finally won residency in the U.S.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Everybody who comes to our firm at their time of need is somebody. I grew up poor, but my grandmother was like a queen to us. At Morgan & Morgan, our goal is to level the playing field for you and your family in your time of need. The insurance company has unlimited money and resources. You need a firm who can fight them toe-to-toe. For right at 30 years, we have fought them in courtrooms throughout America. Our results speak for themselves. And always remember this, everybody is a somebody, and nobody is a nobody. Visit 40people.com to learn about our firm. Morgan & Morgan.
Stay tuned to hear more history.
For an office near you.
We could fly to such great heights.
With MSC Cruises, a world of discovery awaits. And now you can set sail with free balcony upgrades to enjoy those ultimate ocean views. Plus, kids sail free, so gather the group. And rest easy with flexible booking changes. Discover the Caribbean and the Bahamas, including Ocean Key, our award-winning private island. Only the sea offers you so much. Only MSC Cruises offers you so much more. To book, call your travel advisor or visit msccruises.com. Restrictions apply.
Calling out political theft by the left. 92.5 WFSX Estero. Fox News. Right.
Trying to
all
further
along.
punish Russia's leader. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News.
Putin has issued Russia's energy resources to coerce and manipulate its neighbors. That's how he's used it. He's used the profits to drive his war machine.
So President Biden has already banned Russian oil in the U.S., has worked out a deal with international partners to provide natural gas to Europe.
We're going to work to ensure an additional 15 billion cubic meters of liquefied natural gas, LNG, for Europe this year.
It'll be 55-0 by 2030. That's about a third of what Russia supplies Europe. This is the day after he imposed more sanctions on Russia for its invasion and offered more humanitarian and military aid to Ukraine. The president's now moving from Belgium to Poland.
President Biden is traveling to Warsaw, where he will hold a bilateral meeting with the president of Poland. He's expected to discuss how the U.S. and other NATO allies and partners are responding to the humanitarian and human rights crisis stemming from the Russian invasion of Ukraine.
Fox's Tanya J. Powers, a majority of the 3.7 million Ukrainians who fled the war are now housed in Poland. North Korea is boasting about its latest missile launch, saying the weapon is its biggest long-range intercontinental ballistic missile test yet, able to reach the U.S.
North Korean state-run news says Kim Jong-un directly guided the launch of a missile that flew about 681 miles at a maximum altitude of roughly 3,900 miles. The U.S. requesting the UN Security Council hold an open meeting Friday to discuss the launch.
Fox's Steve Rappaport. Supreme Court nominee Ketanji Brown Jackson's hearing is over after 4 days.
I went into the Senate process with an open mind.
But Republican Senate Leader Mitch McConnell says he cannot support her. Democrats have praised Jackson and could confirm her with no GOP votes. A Republican congressman is now a convict. Jeff Fortenberry found guilty of lying to the FBI about an illegal foreign campaign contribution at a Los Angeles fundraiser. The Nebraska House lawmaker claims the FBI set him up. America's listening to Fox News.
When there's nothing left that makes any sense. 92.5 WFSX Estero. Fox News. Right all along.
This update is presented by Johnston Spinal Care, the leader in spinal decompression. Find them online at 596back.com.
Wink News. Traffic.
Seeing some slowdowns in that usual spot in Port Charlotte on Veterans Boulevard heading southbound towards Kings Highway, just off of 75. Elsewhere in Port Charlotte, 41 heading northbound just past Conway Boulevard, speeds around 31 miles per hour. And then as we head further south of South Punta Gorda Heights, speeds around 42 miles per hour just as you head past Jones Loop Road, mostly in the southbound direction. South of that. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Taylor Wirtz, Wink News.
Wink Weather Authority.
Well, now that a cold front is through our area, we'll continue to see improving conditions for today. After some clouds and a few showers to start, we'll eventually give way to a sunny sky by this afternoon as drier and cooler air continues to move in from the north and west. Look for a breeze today with highs back into the upper 70s and lower 80s. Sunshine transitioning into a mostly clear sky as we head into this evening, which will allow for a cooler start as we kick off your Saturday morning. Lows will be back down into the mid and upper 50s waking up tomorrow. We're back to 81 degrees for your Saturday afternoon high under plenty of sunshine with a bit of a breeze. We keep it dry through your Sunday, another high near 81 degrees, mostly sunny and breezy to end out the weekend. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
Keeping it right here. We're 92.5 Fox News. And we've been right all along.
Let's hear from Dr. Johnston at 596-BACK.
People who suffer with back or neck problems, whether that's pain, numbness, or weakness, deal with something that can be frustrating. Pain wears us down. It can affect our relationships with family and friends. It's not fun to be around someone who's always complaining about their backs. Don't resign yourself to having to live with pain. In my office, Johnston Spinal Care, I successfully treat the worst of the worst, those who get injections, nerve-burning procedures, or even surgery. And now they're back, golfing and living life. If there's a treatment that is extremely effective for sciatica, stenosis, scoliosis, or neuropathy, wouldn't you want to see if it can help you? Non-surgical spinal decompression is now in Southwest Florida. Safe and painless, more than just a temporary fix. Long-lasting relief that can finally heal the condition, regardless of age. Take the time right now to call my Medicare-friendly office for a no-charge telephone consultation about spinal decompression. Johnston Spinal Care, 596-BACK, 596-BACK. That's 596-2225.
We believe in better. A better way to invest, a better way to serve you, and a better result. We can help you determine how much risk you're taking, red flags that could be potential problems for you, how much you're paying in fees or commissions, potential tax liability, or even how to address Social Security.
Tune in to WealthWorks Radio with Eric Carney every Sunday morning at 9 a.m. on 92.5 Fox News Radio.
With our good friend TJ Meister, owner of the Floor Meisters in Naples. And listen, TJ, we know that when you're calling, something big is going on, something special is happening at Floor Meisters. Tell us a little bit about what's going on with the almost 1 million square feet of CoreTech inventory on hand. Talk about that.
Yes, I have the biggest selection in Southwest Florida, and I also probably have the biggest stock of CoreTech. Got almost 1 million square feet. I'm ordering it every day to keep up with demand and to make sure it's here, ready to go when you need it. I've got trucks rolling in every day. I'm buying for 3 to 4 to 5 months out to make sure you've got it. If you got a contractor who needs some floor and they can't get it, come see me. We probably have it here.
So when it comes to CoreTech, listen, you know where to go. The selection's unbelievable at Floor Meisters. And if you're a homeowner, contractor, installer, and you can't find what you're looking for, now's the time to visit their store at 6281 Naples Boulevard next to Costco or online at floormeisters.com.
Yikes! $100?
Paying that much is just a pain in the gas. Get to the gas payoff event at Sutherland Nissan Fort Myers and Sutherland Nissan Cape Coral. Through Monday, buy a new Nissan and we'll pay for your fuel. Not just a tank, not just for a month, but for an entire year, your gas bill is on us. Plus, trade in your gas guzzler to a fuel-efficient new Nissan or a certified pre-owned Nissan. Sutherland Nissan has tons of models that get over 30 miles per gallon. As the #1 certified pre-owned dealer, you'll find the vehicle you're looking for and pay thousands less. And through Monday only, buy a new Nissan and pay $0 for gas for the next year. Save when you buy, save on the road, and save on gas. Don't miss the gas payoff event through Monday only at Sutherland Nissan Fort Myers and Sutherland Nissan Cape Coral, your used car megastore. Online at flnissan.com. If you don't shop Sutherland, you'll pay too much.
See dealer for details.
Meet my sidekick. Howdy, I'm Ellie Q. Ellie Q is amazing. She's a friendly companion that checks up on me, helps me video chat with family, and orders me Uber rides. Wanna do some yoga? She even helps me keep active. There's so many ways she brightens my day. See for yourself at elliq.com. Your daughter just sent us photos from Becky's recital. Oh, let's take a look.
Call 844-944-ELLI or visit elliq.com to learn more.
Thank you for waking us all up out here, for all you do. And
thank you for giving us the voice.
For being out there helping to keep the constitutional republic. I want to thank you for
your support for veterans in the military.
Educating us.
Standing up for conservatism.
Giving us the truth.
Daybreak with Drew Steele.
All right, so this morning you're going to get a little bit of things that are going to make you laugh. You're going to get a little bit of things that are going to make you feel good. You're going to get a little bit of things that are going to make you incredibly frustrated. And you're going to get a little surprise coming up at 8:05. I would be tuning in at 8:05 because we got a little bit of a surprise happening, and I think you're going to like it. And let's just say, well, I won't say anymore. I think that's enough. I'm trying to think of a good tease, but I don't have anything necessarily ready to go. So I would just say, get ready at 8:05. We got a surprise. You're really going to like it. And if I say anything else, it'll give it away. So I'm not really sure. Okay. So all of that's coming up. 239-479-5592 is the Brett AC talk and text line. We stream live. DrewSteele.com, the website. Steele has 3 E's. We appreciate you watching and subscribing to our channel on Rumble. It's funny. I come into the studio today and there's like things missing in here. Things that are usually here, not here. They're gone. Like notes that are important and things that are, I don't know where everything went. I'm that person, and look, open book, okay? Again, we're family. I'm that person that has to have routine and like things where they are. And even if it's a jumbled mess, like my desk at home is a complete jumbled mess, but I know where everything is. I know that the headphones are under the stack of paperwork that's to the left-hand side, because that's the last place that I saw it. I understand that. My wife doesn't understand why my desk has to be so dirty and messy. Why don't you just put things back? And that's how my brain works. I can see everything, even if it's messy. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's how my brain works.
There's got to be like a YouTube video or something that's out there that can explain to people that it's okay if you have messy things in your house, because there's got to be some intellectual that's out there. I don't know, maybe like Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez.
I'm not the expert.
Okay, maybe not her. But somebody that has a video that says, look, it's true. This is how your brain works, and it's okay. And if people say you're messy, it's not that you're messy. It's just they're disorganized, but your brain looks at the disorganization and sees it as organized. That's all. Just putting that out there. My wife's not up this early, so it's going to be of no use, this segment, to have her understand where my brain is at after asking me to clean my desk yesterday. And I just can't do it. And it's the same thing here. Like, there's things that are... So. Got it? Are we good?
Yeah.
No, we're not good. All right, so some of the headlines that are out there. Yesterday, we were talking about how a few generals have died in the war in Ukraine, and people are like, how are these generals dying? What's going on here? Why are they on the battlefield? It just seems odd. You should be in in Russia, and you should just be ordering troops. And in this day and age, that's pretty simple. You order, you tell them what to do, and why are they there on the battlefield? And some people are suggesting that they're losing the war, that Ukraine actually has a chance to win this. And I heard a story, and I want to say it was Fox News. It was I can't remember his name. If I say his name, everybody's going to know who I'm talking about. It may have even been at the top of the hour, and I missed it. The Fox News at the top. I heard that there was something like 40,000 Russian soldiers killed in this war. 40,000? That's like more than a quarter of who they have brought over the border since the beginning, right? The forces that were built up. It's quite shocking. And so, anyway, we go back to the generals and whether or not they have died, and then some have disappeared or have been disappeared, or why is it that the Russian defense minister can't be found? Nobody knows where this guy is. A strange absence of two different men at the top of Russia's military hierarchy. And one was defense minister, I guess his name is Shoigu, and this was somebody who was talked about as being the next in line if Putin were to go away, fall asleep and not wake up kind of thing. Then he would be the next in line. And the chief of the general staff, Gerasimov, dropped out of sight on March 11th. Where are these guys? What happened? You're at war. It seems very odd that all of a sudden they say, yeah, I don't know where they are. Not sure. They're busy. They're busy right now. We can't, the war going on, and I don't know. So what happened? I guess the mystery solved because he's resurfaced, this Shoigu guy. As being reported here for just a few seconds on Thursday, Shoigu was back on Russians' television screens, sitting in the corner box of a teleconference with Vladimir Putin, the Russian defense minister, arguably the man most responsible for the floundering war effort in Ukraine, had not been seen in public for 12 days, nor the chief of the general staff of Russia's armed forces. Rumors were beginning to circulate. Maybe they were punished because it was a bungled invasion. And so now there's a video out there with the two of them together. Problem is, it's not dated or anything like that. So you don't know when these two were sitting down. So, and it's Russian television, which is an odd thing because it's state-run. So imagine, let's just play a game here, right, Jake? So just imagine for a second, okay, if in the United States, the media here were state-run and somebody disappeared, and then they put a video out to show that they were together when they really weren't. That would be kind of creepy, and it would be really a bad thing if the media were state-run. See what I'm doing here? It's kind of like we're kind of this close to that anyway. My fingers are thinly spread apart. Some might say anyway, that's not what, I'm not comparing the two. But the point is that there you go. So the media says, everything's fine here, nothing, look, here's a video, we got it. So, all right. So that kind of answers a question from yesterday. Sort of. All right. Speaking of answering some questions, I guess Mitch McConnell is ready to say no to Judge Jackson as the nominee to be the next Supreme Court justice. An interesting position that everyone is in. If you're someone who, let's say you're a Democrat, and let's say you have common sense. I know. Okay, just imagine, dream it. Here, give me the music. Here you go. Okay, just imagine for a second that you know a Democrat, and they've got common sense, and they are trying to understand why someone who refuses to describe what a woman is, because she's not a biologist, is going to be the next Supreme Court Justice of the United States. It's hard to believe it's not going to happen. I'm not feeling or seeing anything that would suggest that there's going to be a mass exodus of Democrats to say, no, this is a person we don't want. Although the Senate Minority Leader there, Mitch McConnell, stepped out yesterday and said,
"The Judiciary Committee has completed its hearing for Judge Ketanji Brown Jackson. I enjoyed meeting the nominee. I went into the Senate's process with an open mind."
Okay, first thing is, I know you go into these things with an open mind, and you have to say that you're going into it. Well, do you really have to say you're going in with an open mind? Joe Biden is the person who chose this individual, and out of the gate said the person has to be an African-American female. That is the criteria, which suggests that, does the rest of it matter? The actual content of character, if you will, the actual way that they are on a bench and are adjudicating these cases before the judge, and or does that make a difference, or maybe it doesn't? So I mean that's what Democrats do. That's the position that KBJ, as she's being called, Ketanji Brown Jackson, Supreme Court nominee, is in right out of the gate. Just questions to ask. I mean,
But after studying the nominee's record and watching her performance this week, I cannot and will not support Judge Jackson for a lifetime appointment to this.
All right, so can't do it to the Supreme Court. How about that? All right. So that's kind of a big deal coming from Mitch McConnell, a rhino, as many people have said. Many people are questioning why it is that Mitch McConnell is still in the position that he's in right now. And I wonder if he talks to some of his buddies just to double check and make sure, like Mitt Romney and please, can we not do this? At least show a little bit of unity on this in particular. What is it about her and this confirmation hearing made you believe that she is someone who is worthy of being a Supreme Court pick? Now, there are people who have made it clear and obvious what the reasoning behind her saying that she doesn't know how to describe what a woman is. Of course she does. Remember the common sense thing. Remember Democrats. If you're a Democrat and you have common sense, and if you can imagine for just a second. Okay, all right. If you can imagine for just a second that you have common sense, you do question that. Right? If you're a Democrat, you're listening to this show, if you're a leftist, if you're a Marxist, a communist, if you're a socialist, if you're a progressive, all of those things, if you're a member of the media, I don't know, you're all the same. Hey, now, I know that's not fair, calling everybody a Marxist. That's awful. Maybe we'll just use Mark Levin's term, American Marxist. How about that? Does that make you feel better? Okay. You have to look and say, wait a minute, this is really strange. Why would you do this? Oh, I know why. Okay, we're doing this for the protection of individuals who are claiming to be a woman, who may not biologically be a woman, but because of the feelies and the touchy-feelies, we've got to make sure that these individuals are protected. And I still got questions. All right. So Ted Cruz asked an interesting question yesterday of Judge Jackson, and you'll see where we're going here in just a second. And it's an important point in all of this. Like, Drew, what's the big deal? We understand what is going on and why she's doing this. Okay, well, how about this?
Okay, if I can change my gender, if I can be a woman, and then an hour later, if I decide I'm not a woman anymore, I guess I would lose Article 3 standing. Tell me, does that same principle apply to other protected characteristics? For example, I'm an Hispanic man. Could I decide I was an Asian man? Would I have the ability to be an Asian man and challenge Harvard's discrimination because I made that decision?
So obviously Harvard and the discrimination against Asian Americans and the concerns that there are too many Asians in colleges. They're taking over the place. There's just way too many. And we've got to kind of take that down a little bit. And it's just not fair. And it's just not right. And the cases that are out there. And what if Ted Cruz comes along and says, well, hold on a second, for admission purposes and maybe even discrimination purposes. And I've got a problem with what is going on. So I identify as an Asian American. How does that work with Harvard and admissions? And do I get to be part of that case? Because obviously, if It's the same thing like gender, right?
Senator, I'm not able to answer your question. You're asking me about hypotheticals and
well, I'm asking you how you would assess standing if I came in and said, I have decided I identify as an Asian man.
I would assess standing the way I assess other legal issues, which is to listen to the arguments made by the parties, consider the relevant precedents, and the constitutional principles involved, and make a determination.
Yeah, what's the arguments? What are the arguments? I'm a Hispanic man, and now I say that I'm an Asian man. What's the argument?
Because I wanna.
And you have a problem with that because, as a judge, do you see where we're going here now? You would assume that common sense would rule the day. Be careful what you wish for, Democrats and the media, local, state, and national, all in on this. Because the more you try and continue to push this narrative of this is okay, this is all right, this is normal, this is... You can't explain what a woman is. Even, who is it, USA Today? Didn't USA Today have something? Here we go. USA Today, in the health and wellness section. Marsha Blackburn asked Ketanji Brown Jackson to define woman. Science says there's no simple answer. Really? Really? What's science? What's scientists? Who is it? Can you? Well, I'm sure the article did go through who the scientists are that said this. Can we meet them? Can we ask some questions about what they believe the science is and how that works? No touchy-feelies here. Nothing like that, right? Not like it's not fair or, I don't know, maybe we ask Dr. Fauci.
I represent science.
I mean, he's the science guy, so why not ask him? You've got to be sitting here and going, no, yeah, no, yeah, no. But the media keeps pushing this. They're helping this narrative. And I'm just telling you that in my heart of hearts, in my gut, as big as it's getting, I'm a little carbo loaded lately. A little too many carbs. Not enough exercise. But Jake, really simple. If the media is pushing and helping this narrative, science says there's no simple answer. I mean, Ketanji Brown Jackson's right, and Marsha Blackburn's a Republican. Of course she's wrong. And science says, okay. But I really do in my heart believe that there are more people, not Democrats, not Republicans, not black or white or Asian, Hispanic. No. People, human beings, that in their heart of hearts, in their guts and in their brain that works and functions just fine, that they're all saying, no, there's something's not right here. I don't want to be mean to people who are biologically male and transgenders, the transgender community. I don't want to be mean. I want to respect them. I want to be kind. I'm a kind person. But there's a separation here. You can do that. You can disagree with individuals and not be mean or harsh. Or you can be respectful of people. But when you start to deny what is the reality and the science, be careful what you wish for, because if you continue to do this, you're alienating people. You're losing whatever trust you have. And not only that, but stop saying things like, I don't understand why all these people want to vote for Republicans coming up in 22. I don't understand why there's going to be this tsunami, landslide, whatever word you want to use. And that Republicans are going to take over the Senate and the House. I don't understand it. I mean, I understand the issues of the economy and inflation and things that are going on right now and war in the world, and I can get that. But this is an issue that we can all get behind. No. So there's that part of it. Plus, what did Rand Paul say yesterday? He brought up a very interesting portion of this that's important we'll get to. Cory Booker. You got a Spartacus moment. There's nothing like having that. So we'll have that coming up as well. Donald Trump, in the news, sues everybody and their mother over the infamous Steele dossier. And I'm not kidding. He's suing everybody. And it is good stuff. So we'll have that coming up. All right, 239-479-5592. Hey, and by the way, don't forget, 8:05, we got a big announcement, and we'll have a guest on to talk about that announcement. There's a little tease and a little hint as to what's going on. You're really going to like this. It's Daybreak 92.5, Fox News, right all along.
92.5 Fox News. Right.
This
all
Fox
along.
Business Report is presented by the Darda Real Estate Group at dardagroup.com.
I'm Maria Bartiromo, and this is the Fox Business Report.
Southwest Airlines is adding a fourth fare category designed to attract more business travelers. The new fare will be priced between its cheapest tickets and its top two fare categories. Darpro Solutions is teaming up with Chick-fil-A to convert the chain's used cooking oil into cleaner burning transportation fuel. Darpro says it already turns hundreds of millions of pounds of used cooking oil into renewable diesel. Mortgage loan rates keep climbing. The average 30-year fixed rate reached 4.4% this week, the highest in 3 years. Stocks rallied yesterday as oil prices eased a bit. The Dow gained 349 points. And the man who transformed Fidelity Investments into a financial powerhouse dies. Edward Johnson III was 91. I'm Carmen Roberts. That's your Fox Business Report. Invested in you.
Are you ready to list your home for sale? What if you could receive a guaranteed offer on your home with no showings, no open houses, and no stress? Contact the Darda Group at dardagroup.com to learn about their guaranteed offer. The Darda Group has 30 years of experience and consistently ranks in the top 3% of real estate agents in Lee County. Find out if your home qualifies for a guaranteed offer and how you may receive an offer in as little as 24 hours and close escrow in as little as 21 days. No home prep, no showings, no open houses. You control when your home is sold and when you move. Learn more about this elite real estate team and the guaranteed offer at dardagroup.com. Don't wait. Schedule an appointment at dardagroup.com. That's dardagroup.com. A Compass Realty broker.
Replace your AC today, go on a cruise tomorrow. Island Air wants to send you to the island. Matt here from Island Air of Southwest Florida with some great news.
Decisions. Do I buy an air conditioner? Do I take a vacation? For a limited time, Island Air is offering you both in one package.
Call us today to find out more details on how to claim your voucher. Call 239-466-8668.
Call 466-8668 for more details.
License number CAC 057544.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/trial. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job in ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And now you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/trial. That's ZipRecruiter.com/trial. ZipRecruiter.com/trial.
Chevy Sales, Marty speaking.
Oh, top of the morning to you, Marty.
You again.
Do you feel lucky?
Lucky?
Yeah, it's the Lucky You event at Victory Lane Chevrolet. Right now, Victory Lane's offering no payments for 120 days.
What the?
And new Chevy trucks come with a $1,000 accessory allowance.
No way.
But you don't really need luck with their goal of 100% credit approval.
No such thing as luck, pal.
Well, don't tell that to your customers, because they're going to need all the luck they can get. He hung up. During the Lucky You event, get 2.99 APR for 72 months and no payments for 120 days. New Chevy trucks have a $1,000 accessory allowance, plus an additional $500 off MSRP. Get lucky at Victory Lane Chevrolet on the corner of Fowler and Winkler. Find new roads online, victorylanechevrolet.com. Se habla español. Plus tax, tag, and fees with approved credit. All offers on in-stock vehicles must finance through GM Financial. Offers cannot combine. Ends 3/31/22.
Hey, this is Papa announcing special prices for cleaning and sealing tile roofs. A few months ago, I became very concerned that we're about to see runaway inflation because of the trillions of dollars that the government was pumping into our economy. So I advise my family to start buying up all of our regular supplies, such as caulking, sealing, and waterproofing supplies. We filled up all of our storage facilities, and so, for a limited time, we can still offer our cleaning and sealing protocols at our old prices. I urge you not to wait to have your free title of inspection. Hurricane season is almost here, and prices will likely skyrocket if we get threatened by a bad storm. In the event you do get hit and need a new roof replacement, even a modest-sized tile roof could cost $100,000 to replace, and a larger roof double or triple that amount. Don't wait. Please call Papa for a free inspection. On behalf of my sons, Casey, Kerry, and Cody, please call 945-2700. That's 945-2700. Area code 239-945-2700. License number CCC 1326213.
92.5 Fox News. Right.
Wink
all
News.
along.
Traffic.
Seeing some slowdowns in that usual spot in Port Charlotte on Veterans Boulevard heading southbound towards Kings Highway, just off of 75. Elsewhere in Port Charlotte, 41 heading northbound just past Conway Boulevard, speeds around 31 miles per hour. And then as we head further south of South Punta Gorda Heights, speeds around 42 miles per hour just as you head past Jones Loop Road, mostly in the southbound direction. South of that. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Taylor Wirtz, Wink News.
Wink Weather Authority.
Well, now that a cold front is through our area, we'll continue to see improving conditions for today. After some clouds and a few showers to start, we'll eventually give way to a sunny sky by this afternoon as drier and cooler air continues to move in from the north and west. Look for a breeze today with highs back into the upper 70s and lower 80s. Sunshine transitioning into a mostly clear sky as we head into this evening, which will allow for a cooler start as we kick off your Saturday morning. Lows will be back down into the mid and upper 50s waking up tomorrow. We're back to 81 degrees for your Saturday afternoon high under plenty of sunshine with a bit of a breeze. We keep it dry through your Sunday, another high near 81 degrees, mostly sunny and breezy to end out the weekend. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
Need some inspiration? Don't look left. Look right. Here. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
It's Fred Kobe with your Kobe Cooling Tip of the Day. Our team is expanding as we grow, and we're looking for a few good people. We're taking applications right now for air conditioning installers, air conditioning helpers, the service mechanic department, our sales team, and we have a few spots open in our apprentice program, where we will take a novice person with no training, put them with a supervisor for a 6-month training program. This will require a commitment to the company. So if you feel you could be one of the best, apply in person at 4697 Elevation Way in Fort Myers. We're just off Martin Luther King Boulevard in the Benchmark Industrial Park. You can call us at 239-482-1542 for directions. If you want to be one of the best, come join us at Kobe Cooling. License CACO 57313.
Hey, it's True Steele, and you know and I know that finding a doctor is one of the most important decisions that you can make in your life for you and your family. And you want to find somebody that's going to promote patient interaction and advocacy above all else. That's why I love Dr. Svetlana Kogan. She's my doctor, and I'm just telling you, it's that personal interaction, that one-on-one, the time that she spends, the huge amount of time going into detail. It's like nothing I've ever seen, and it's that connection that means so much to me. She's got a calming demeanor that'll help you if you've got anxiety about maybe issues that are going on in your life, but you need somebody in your life that you can trust, a physician that will listen. And here's the best part. She'll meet with you face-to-face anytime you need her, no matter where you are. You've got direct contact and complete access to Dr. Kogan. And that's why I love Dr. Svetlana Kogan. Find out more about her practice on 5th Avenue South by going to customlongevity.com. That's customlongevity.com.
That's you, looking at your garage. And I mean, yeah, everything still works, right? Sort of. You know, the door's slowing down, squeaks quite a bit, light doesn't work, and that one wheel pops off every now and then. But you know, it works. Except when it doesn't. If you want things to work, they need maintenance. A tune-up every once in a while. Align the tracks, lubricate the motor, the rollers, hinge points. Fix that dented panel from that football you totally should have caught. At Mo Better Garage, we make that way mo better. Good things need love and care. Sharpen your knives, paint the steps, wash your jockstrap, shine your shoes for crying out loud. Give your garage door system a Mo Better tune-up every couple thousand cycles and it'll give you years of faithful service. How do I know? Because I'm Mo. Call Mo Better Garage and we'll come over and make it right. Get that sucker working like new. There's an idea.
Mo Better Garage, we make it way more better.
BowBetterGarage.com.
It's a new year and a great time to upgrade your cabinets. You want Sinclair quality. You want Sinclair craftsmanship. You want Sinclair cabinets. Sinclair Custom Homes now offers their handmade, built in the USA custom cabinets without having to purchase a Sinclair custom home. You can now have the same high-quality furniture finished cabinets in your existing home. Upgrade your kitchen, your bath, your closets, even your garage. For details, visit SinclairCabinets.com. That's SinclairCabinets.com.
Liberals suck. That's why we have Clay and Buck. Clay Travis and Buck Sexton. Today, noon to 3 on 92.5 Fox News. 92.5 Fox News.
The first appointment was really good. They got you in and out. But every single appointment after that has been over an hour, 2 hours late. I got there one time and they just totally lost his appointment. They would cancel your appointments and not call you. So you get down there, you waste your whole day. You feel like if you don't leave a good review, they're going to maybe overcharge you or not do a good job. I just said, you know what? I'm going down there and I'm going to protest. They apologized to me. They said they would give me a full refund. He doesn't have to come in the office and they won't touch his braces. They can just carry on. But kind of told them it's the braces that are on need to come off. They need to pay for that.
All right, hold on a second. So there's a guy in Northern California. Jake's going to love this story. Here you go. Guy in Northern California is upset because he doesn't like the work that his son's dentist was doing and the braces. And so he wanted to protest how they were treated. They stopped returning calls because they didn't like the work that was done. And so the guy said, okay, I'm going to set up an amp outside of your office and I'm just going to jam on an electric guitar all day and blast music in your face. And you heard that was him playing the guitar. He's pretty good. It sounded... Even Jake was like, oh. And there you go. His name is Lane Barton.
Lane? His name's Lane?
Lane. L-A-Y-N-E. Lane Barton.
All right, well, next time, Lane, if you want to protest, don't play some cool play like the Wiggles or Nickelback, and then you're good.
If you play that's funny. If you play Nickelback, you will scare. I think, actually, the reason why people are talking about Russia possibly losing the war in Ukraine right now is because Ukraine is actually pumping Nickelback across the border to stop them from bringing anything else in. Is that part of what you're suggesting there? That's not really... That's not very nice.
It's also been used to torture people.
Yeah, there was a bunch of stories about that, right? About the type of music that people would use to torture others.
Justin Bieber, Baby was another.
What? No, was it?
Baby.
I'm trying to remember, but I'm trying to remember what. No, I think it was Baby Shark.
Oh yeah, that's another one.
That's
for sure.
One. That
tortures adults every day.
Right. That is torture. There's no doubt. If you want to make your son stop doing something, you play Baby Shark. Or if you're in the car and he won't put his phone down because he just got a brand new phone and he can't stop looking at it, and you told him a million times when we're in the car, we're having a conversation, don't look at the phone, and he doesn't listen to you. And what you do is you put on Baby Shark in the car using your phone over the speakers and blast it until he hands the phone to you. I'm not saying that happened. It was last week. But sometimes you got to take it in your own hands. You just got to do it.
You know, it's funny you bring that up because I was thinking the other day that in about 15 years, there's going to be a club where they drop and start playing Baby Shark and the whole club's going to go crazy.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. There was, oh gosh, what song was that? I know we're getting off base here a little bit, but there was a song that, there's always a song that someone will play at a wedding, at a nightclub, where everybody gets up and dances. But when it first came out, everybody hated it. You hated the song. You couldn't stand listening to it. You thought it was just bad. I was going to use a harsher word, but I don't do that. And you didn't even want to hear it. And then all of a sudden, like 15 years later or something like that, everybody's dancing to it in a club or at a wedding. They're all like, woo! But you hated the song. Yeah, but everybody's dancing to it. Now all of a sudden it's cool. I don't know what that would be, but somebody has an idea of that. Anyway, the point is, number one, don't wail a guitar in front of a business to get what you want, because that's not really, you're bullying. That's a bad thing. We don't like that kind of stuff.
Why not?
No. Number one, because we're not, that's No.
That's peaceful.
No, I don't know. That seems like lefty tactics right there. Second thing is he brought up the I was afraid that if I didn't give them a good review that they were going to mess things up. There is something to be said about that. How many places you go to where you're getting ready to leave or even before the services started, they're like, hey, could you give us 5 stars on whatever? Right? They do that often. They ask you to do that. And you're like, oh gosh, I don't know. Well, how would they know? Well, I guess do you do that in the office? I don't know. I've just heard about it. I haven't been to one yet that has asked me to do that.
Well, I was eating one time at a restaurant, and they came up to me and they were like, "Hey, we'll give you a free appetizer if you give us a review."
Okay, but they didn't
or
say
dessert.
Well, they didn't say what review to give. Like
exactly,
you could give.
It's very important.
Like, this place stinks. Can I have my chocolate mousse now?
Thank you.
Yeah, you didn't clarify. All right. 239-479-5592 is the Bread AC talk and text line. We stream live, drewsteele.com, the website. Steele has 3 E's. We appreciate you watching, subscribing to our channel on Rumble. All right. What's the matter? I rolled my R's today.
Rumble. I'm going to roll you down a hill if you don't tell me what's going on at 8 o'clock.
Oh, thank you for reminding me. 8 o'clock, we've got a little bit of a surprise. Let's just put it this way. I'll give it a little bit more of a tease than I did earlier. We're going to have a guest on at 8:05. And you're really going to like what we have to talk about. And the reason why he's going to be joining... Oh, boy, I just gave a clue away. At 8:05. So, good stuff. Bit of a tease. Join us at 8:05.
Okay. I tried, guys.
All right, let's get to some other stories that are out there. Yeah, I did want to just play this real fast. 2 things. Number one, you can't have a really, really good... Senate hearing of any kind without Cory Booker showing up and giving us some Spartacus theater. Cory Booker, who I guess in his former life was an actor or wants to be in the future. Or I don't know what it is, but it's always theatrical. Every time Cory Booker speaks, Senator Cory Booker, it's always some kind of... and then I stood on the precipice. It's always this big dramatic, and he doesn't disappoint. Yesterday, at the Senate confirmation hearing for Ketanji Brown Jackson, here you go.
As Langston Hughes wrote, "Oh, let America be America again. The land that never has been yet, but yet must be the land where everyone is free. Oh, yes, I say it plain, America never was America to me, but I swear this oath, America will be."
Yeah, but can she define what a woman is? I'm just asking.
That is the story of how you got to this desk. You and I and everyone here, generations of folk who came here and said, "America, I'm Irish." You may say, "No, Irish or dogs need to apply," but I'm going to show this country that I can be free here. I can make this country love me as much as I love it.
Okay. I just want to know about her progressive policies, and I'm asking questions about leniency for child predators, and we just had questions about that. Just questions, and then some other things that are going on, like how do you define a woman, and she can't do it. Hey, she still hasn't answered that yet, Cory Booker. So it's always fun when he comes along and it's like some... But... Again, the not being able to define a woman, and it was Rand Paul on Sean Spicer's program, Spicer & Co. on Newsmax, where he was asked about this very question and why it is important that a Supreme Court justice, for obvious reasons and maybe some non-obvious reasons, is able to define what a woman is.
My main objection has been to her, I think, just sort of inability to answer even the simplest questions. Senator Blackburn asked her a question and said, "Can you define a woman?" Well, if you're not even willing to answer that question, and many of the questions she's been unwilling to answer, but if you can't answer the question, what is a woman, or the definition of a woman, how's she going to adjudicate Title IX cases that have to do with women?
That is very important. Title IX cases prohibits discrimination on the basis of sex in any education program or activity receiving federal financial assistance.
Women in sports. How's she going to adjudicate whether a boy who swims for UPenn can then all of a sudden switch and pretend to be a girl and swim on the girls' team? She's not going to be able to adjudicate any of these things, or actually she's telegraphing to us that she is going to adjudicate them in such that you can be whatever you feel like you want to be that day, which will lead to a ruination of women's sports and will lead to really chaos in women's sports and women's athletics. I mean, what kind of bizarre world are we living in now that the woman of the year is really a man that's had some kind of surgery to remove their secondary sexual characteristics? You know, that's the woman of the year we're supposed to be celebrating. What about real women? We're not going to celebrate real women who are doing amazing in our country in every occupation you can imagine.
Oh boy, can he say that? Celebrating real women? Is he allowed? Well, he just did. That's Rand Paul right there. And again, that is part of the small. It's sort of the micro of the macro, which is if she's already letting us know how she's going to adjudicate a case that is definitely, certainly, positively going to be before the Supreme Court when it comes to transgenders and sports and defining, and you can't define what a woman is. So really, Title IX, does it really make a difference? And how do you do that? And as Ted Cruz was saying, listen, if I'm a Hispanic man and I decide I'm going to be an Asian man tomorrow, how about how that works when it comes to admissions to Harvard and the like, and the concerns about discrimination there? And are we allowed to do that? And again, I think it's still one of the most important things to consider is that in this discussion, common sense will rule the day. And when you in the media and you Democrats are constantly pushing and pushing and pushing and prodding and lying and the don't say gay bill, there is no don't say gay bill. What does it say in the bill? And when you find out what's in the bill, most Americans are like, yeah, we agree with the bill, but you keep saying it's something else. And then all of a sudden people start to come along and say the word gay, and you can't say it in the state of Florida. And so I better say it a whole ton in New York because I'm going to visit. I'm not going to be able to use it, which is so humiliating and ridiculous. And people see this, but you keep pushing it. And then people are like, I'm out. When somebody says you can't define a woman, and it's like, what are you talking about? And then we hear all the things that are going on in sports and the like, and what Rand Paul brought up, and Ted Cruz, and the media is pushing this and saying science says there's no simple answer. What are you talking about? And the USA Today going along with it, and sensible people. And yes, there are sensible Democrats. For some reason, they just don't want to admit it. That ultimately, you're pushing them away, and they say, how do I get out of this? How do I get out of this without having to say it myself, but could help to make something happen to make this lunacy stop? And the Republicans are like, hand up. Right here. These guys. And that's where they go. I don't understand why all the polling is suggesting that Democrats are running towards Republicans. You don't? The latest poll from the National Republican Congressional Committee of 77 battleground congressional districts across the country showed that Democrats face headwinds with voters as they're being held responsible for record high inflation, skyrocketing gas prices, out of control spending, and dare I say, the social issues that are here today that people are like, I'm out. Of independent surveyed, only 30% approve of Biden's job as president, 62% disapprove. That's erosion of a net negative 34 points since February of 21. Hispanic voters, Biden's approval rating is at a net negative 10, a 31-point drop since February 21. And I might say that not only is it the things that are tangible, like inflation, skyrocketing prices, and out-of-control spending, and all of this that they are blaming on Democrats because that's what they do. And listen, some of you Republicans, you need to calm down because you're getting out of control with spending. But I think the cultural issues are big, big, big. Big. So just putting that out there. And good for people for recognizing that. Sensible, common sense things, like the governor of the state of Florida, who, by the way, just signed a bill requiring high school students, you ready for this, Jake? Requiring high school students to pass a financial literacy course. Thank you. Thank you. That's right. A financial literacy course before you graduate. The Dorothy Hochul Financial Literacy Act passed the Florida House unanimously, 117-0. Did the same in the Senate, 39-0. And the governor's going to sign it. I mean, everybody's on board, even Democrats. Financial literacy, an important life skill for a student to have. It's a big deal. It goes into effect for the 23-24 school year. It's going to provide students instruction on managing debt, handling bank accounts, and navigating credit scores and taxes. Now, you may ask yourself, who would be against that? Well, if you look at the legislature, you'd be right. Everybody agrees that we have to have financial literacy. We need to know how to pay our bills. We need to know how to balance our checkbooks and everything. Now, is there a chance that we may actually have kids graduate that might be fiscally responsible, that maybe 15, 20 years down the line when they have the ability to run for office and have some life experience and some experience in high school and maybe have some fiscal experience, maybe will come out of high school and make their way to work and we'll think about running for office. And when they do, they'll be like, hey, I got questions about debts and deficits. We got kind of some crazy spending going on. And I know this because I learned about it as opposed to not. So when he says it could pay dividends for our state, you better believe it. Could pay dividends for the rest of the country, too. We need more states to get on board with that. All right. 239-479-5592. A reminder, coming up at 8:05, we got a surprise guest who's going to be on with us. And I was going to say not really a surprise, but it is a surprise because I'm not going to tell you who it is, but just tune in because you're going to like what they have to say. Good stuff. Coming up, it's Daybreak 92.5, Fox News, right all along.
The right place for local talk. Drew now. Trey for the drive at 5. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
Hi, I'm Ty Laster, Managing Partner and CEO of Key City Capital. So why are we here in Southwest Florida? Well, at KCAP, our mission is to connect capital to wealth for all of our partners through passive real estate investments. And very simply, we generate and distribute double-digit returns for our investors by investing in single-family homes and apartments and unique alternative cash-flowing asset-backed investments.
Call us today at 239-330-2080 or check us out online today at kcap925.com.
I'm proud to represent a company that provides a top quality product and stands behind the product and the installation. At Storm Shield, we provide Energy Star certified windows and doors, an exclusive life of home warranty which covers the entire product as well as the installation. All products are certified made in the USA. We have an elite status with Home Advisor and offer no obligation estimates. Most manufacturers have a line of products that meet a variety of budgets and options. Sometimes vendors bait top quality products to earn your business, but switch and install another. We understand that you want to protect your family and home from the elements for years to come. Our priority is ensuring your protection without breaking the bank.
Call Storm Shield today for a free, no hidden cost, exact to the penny quote at 239-491-7002. That's 239-491-7002. Or visit on the web at stormshieldSWFL.com. License number CGC A60475.
Exergen would like to say thank you. Exergen thanks all the frontline workers who sacrificed their lives over the last 2 years. Exergen thanks you all for following the guidelines to keep us all safe. Exergen thanks you all for listening to their advice to stay vigilant by taking your temperature twice daily with Exergen temporal scanner thermometers. Exergen is changing the way the world takes temperature because you've listened. Thank you. From Exergen.
Biden's massive spending plan has expanded America's money supply and taken money out of your pocket. But you can fight back against runaway inflation by sheltering your IRA or 401k with gold through Birch Gold Group. This is Stephen K. Bannon, and I'm proud to be a customer of Birch Gold. Join me. Birch Gold has created a free info kit on protecting your retirement with gold in a tax-sheltered account. Just text the words SHELTER to 989898. Text SHELTER to 989898 and learn how to shelter your IRA or 401k with gold.
Visit Jason and Todd at the Diamond District.
Jason and Todd want to meet and share with you personally the largest selection of GIA loose certified diamonds at the most competitive prices in the world.
At the Diamond District.
Check this out, Southwest Florida. We're happy to announce you can still get the original MSRP for your trade-in, but only at Naples Nissan. If your trade-in is a 2013 or newer with less than 120,000 miles on it, regardless of brand or where you bought it, Naples Nissan will pay you the full original base MSRP for it so you can drive home in a brand new Nissan. Yes, that means whatever your car was worth when it was new, even if you didn't buy it new, that's exactly what it will be worth right now. But only here at Naples Nissan. We've got hundreds of new and like-new low-mileage pre-owned vehicles to choose from. Now is the time for you to make that upgrade. To get full details on how you can get the full original base MSRP for your trade-in, come see us at Naples Nissan here on Pine Ridge Road or visit naplesnissan.com today. Offers on select models with approved credit and cannot be combined.
You'd think an Army veteran with a military career including multiple combat deployments throughout the Middle East would be a great American. And you'd be right. But Joe Vanderbosch also happens to be a great dentist. An Army veteran of 8 years, Dr. Joe now makes his home in Southwest Florida, where his wife Sarah grew up.
Hi, I'm Dr. Joseph Vanderbosch, Freedom Dental on Metro Parkway in Fort Myers. In the Army, I received extra training in order to provide dental care in virtually any condition. That's why I can manage many dental treatments without the need to refer to a specialist. I served my country proudly for 8 years. Now I want to serve you in your dental needs. Special discounts for former and active military without dental insurance.
Dr. Vanderbosch provides emergency care and is now accepting new patients for cleaning, extractions, crowns, implants, and more. Find them online at freedomdentalfortmyers.com. That's freedomdentalfortmyers.com. Dr. Joseph Vanderbosch. Go to freedomdentalfortmyers.com.
Chevy Sales, Marty speaking.
Oh, top of the morning to you, Marty.
You again?
Do you feel lucky?
Lucky?
Yeah, it's the Lucky You event at Victory Lane Chevrolet. Right now, Victory Lane's offering no payments for 120 days.
What the?
And new Chevy trucks come with a $1,000 accessory allowance.
No way!
But you don't really need luck with their goal of 100% credit approval.
No such thing as luck, pal.
Well, don't tell that to your customers, because they're going to need all the luck they can get. He hung up. During the Lucky You event, get 2.99 APR for 72 months and no payments for 120 days. New Chevy trucks have a $1,000 accessory allowance, plus an additional $500 off MSRP. Get lucky at Victory Lane Chevrolet on the corner of Fowler and Winkler. Find new roads online, victorylanechevrolet.com. Se habla español. Plus tax, tag, and fees with approved credit. All offers on in-stock vehicles must finance through GM Financial. Offers cannot combine. Ends 3/31/22.
Southwest Florida knows 92.5 Fox News is the right place for the best live and local talk. From 6 to 9, Drew Steele's live and local. Trey Radel in The Drive is local and live at 5. Drew Steele, mornings 6 to 9. Trey Radel on The Drive, afternoons at 5. Southwest Florida's live and local talk is always right here. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
It's a new way to punish Russia. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News.
Helping Europe reduce its dependency on Russian gas as quickly as possible.
President Biden said this morning the U.S. and our partners will provide some natural gas this year, even more by 2030. European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen says that's
replacing 1/3 already of the Russian gas going to Europe today.
They were in Brussels, where the president also announced new Russian sanctions and more military and humanitarian aid to Ukraine. Now he's on his way to Poland, which is housing the majority of the 3.7 million Ukrainians who fled the war.
In Ukraine, a prisoner swap took place called the first full-fledged prisoner of war exchange. 10 Russians for 10 Ukrainians. Significance for Ukraine is their prisoners include the sailors whose vulgar defiance of a Russian warship on Snake Island became a battle cry for Ukraine.
Fox's Mike Tobin in Lviv. 4 Russian government officials have been indicted, though they're not in custody, charged with hacking key infrastructure, including U.S. energy and aviation, between 2012 and 2018, looking for vulnerable areas to exploit and attack. There's a convict in the House.
A jury in California has found Nebraska Republican Jeff Fortenberry guilty of lying to federal authorities about an illegal $30,000 contribution to his campaign from a foreign billionaire at a 2016 Los Angeles fundraiser.
Fox's Tom Rigotti. The congressman claims the FBI set him up. After a 4-day hearing when Supreme Court nominee Ketanji Ketanji Brown Jackson clashed with Republicans. GOP Senate Leader Mitch McConnell says he cannot support her.
McConnell says he wanted Jackson to reject calls for expanding the Supreme Court. The judge told senators it was a decision for Congress. Jackson can be confirmed with minimal or no Republican support. The Judiciary Committee is expected to vote on confirmation in about 2 weeks, likely setting up a full Senate vote before Easter.
That's Fox's Jared Halpern. America's listening to Fox News.
We're so glad you set your radio right here. 92.5 WFSX Estero. Fox News. Right all along.
This Fox News update is presented by Freedom Dental of Fort Myers. Online at freedomdentalftmyers.com.
Wink News. Traffic.
Seeing some slowdowns in that usual spot in Port Charlotte on Veterans Boulevard heading southbound towards Kings Highway, just off of 75. Elsewhere in Port Charlotte, 41 heading northbound just past Conway Boulevard, speeds around 31 miles per hour. And then as we head further south of South Punta Gorda Heights, speeds around 42 miles per hour just as you head past Jones Loop Road, mostly in the southbound direction. South of that. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Taylor Wirtz. Wink News.
Wink Weather Authority.
Well, now that a cold front is through our area, we'll continue to see improving conditions for today. After some clouds and a few showers to start, we'll eventually give way to a sunny sky by this afternoon as drier and cooler air continues to move in from the north and west. Look for a breeze today with highs back into the upper 70s and lower 80s. Sunshine transitioning into a mostly clear sky as we head into this evening, which will allow for a cooler start as we kick off your Saturday morning. Lows will be back down into the mid and upper 50s waking up tomorrow. We're back to 81 degrees for your Saturday afternoon high under plenty of sunshine with a bit of a breeze. We keep it dry through your Sunday, another high near 81 degrees, mostly sunny and breezy to end out the weekend. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
Find conservative sanity and Sean Hannity at rightallalong.net. 92.5 Fox News is streaming live around the clock.
At Mr. Sparky, we're America's on-time electrician. Ceiling fans are a great way for you and your family to keep cool, but sometimes they just don't work right. Well, don't get overheated. Call the pros. Trust the Mr. Sparky team of professional, clean, and friendly electricians. Call now for $77 off any repair.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888-8-SPARKY.
Limitations and restrictions may apply. Independently owned and operated. Licensed in the respective state or county.
Hey, it's Drew Steele, and get ready because it's time once again. Next Friday, Oaks Farm Seed to Table. We do our first Friday live broadcast, and we love being out there and love seeing you there for the show, 6 to 9 a.m. They open up an hour earlier so that you can come in and enjoy some great breakfast and so much more. Maybe do some shopping while you're there as well. And you know how awesome Seed to Table is and what a great place it is to shop. We hope to see you there. Oaks Farm Seed to Table, our first Friday broadcast, 6 to 9 a.m. at the corner of Immokalee and Livingston Road in Naples. Daybreak, 92.5 Fox News.
After a car accident, you can feel like you've lost control. I'm Glenn Levine from the law offices of Anajar and Levine. Our team can help you understand your legal options after an accident. We will file your claim and fight for the full compensation you deserve. If you've been involved in a car accident, call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733 for a free consultation. And take back control of your life.
Offices Fort Myers and Naples.
Fox News listeners, Saturday morning is the perfect time to talk boats and water fun in Southwest Florida. This is Adam Botana again from Baywater Sousa Boat Club. Join us every Saturday morning from 7 to 8 for the Baywater Boat Club Hour. We talk boats, fishing, boating hotspots, water quality, on top of Jake the Millennial and I just having fun on the radio. And if you don't have a boat, Baywater Sousa Boat Club has got you covered. Just call me, Adam, at 239-495-0455.
It's a new year and a great time to upgrade your cabinets. You want Sinclair quality. You want Sinclair craftsmanship. You want Sinclair cabinets. Sinclair Custom Homes now offers their handmade, built in the USA custom cabinets without having to purchase a Sinclair custom home. You can now have the same high-quality furniture finished cabinets in your existing home. Upgrade your kitchen, your bath, your closets, even your garage. For details, visit SinclairCabinets.com. That's SinclairCabinets.com.
Hey, Dave, got your AC on?
Yeah, why?
Yeah, blowing hot over here.
Don't tell me.
Already told you.
But I fixed this myself last week.
You can fix air conditioning?
I have tools. I know things.
I know it's too hot in here.
Oh, my wife is gonna lose it.
Dave.
She thinks I'm handy. When she learns the truth,
Dave.
she'll wonder why she married me in the first place. Only a matter of time until she leaves me for someone with a bigger toolbox.
Dave, so what's the best case scenario?
Best case? Well, I make one call, someone comes and gets the AC running cold. My family thinks I did it myself.
That's best?
Well, sure, but...
That's best. Best Home Services. They have so many specialized technicians, they even have a tried-to-fix-the-AC-yourself expert.
Really?
Nobody needs to know how handy you really are.
GetBest.com. When something goes wrong, we're waiting.
Cool air. Now that's more like it.
Our little secret?
Our little secret.
Youthful, energetic, happy, sexual, strong, physical, no fear, taking the bull by the horns.
Old, tired, joint aches, overweight, wrinkled, depressed, sex. I remember what that was.
In men, low testosterone can lead to muscle loss, extra body fat, fatigue, depression, and erectile dysfunction. In women, hormonal imbalance can similarly cause extra fat around your middle and thighs, lack of desire, feminine dryness, and exhaustion. Suboptimal hormone levels are associated with the development of disease states like osteoporosis, heart disease, and stroke. At Neogenics, we specialize in testosterone, growth hormone promoters, bioidentical hormones, and nutritional programs designed to correct these imbalances and make you feel revitalized. See why patients from across the country are coming to Neogenics and take the first step to feeling great again. Call Neogenics for a free consultation at 277-9999 or find us online at neogenicmd.com. That's 277-9999. Neogenics, rediscover your youth.
Thank you for waking us all up out here, for all you do. And
thank you for giving us a voice.
For being out there helping to keep the constitutional republic.
I want to thank you for
your support for veterans in the military.
Educating us.
Standing up for conservatism.
Giving us the truth.
Daybreak with Drew Steele.
Is there a way that we can just have Joe Biden maybe do Zoom calls from now on? Does he have to be places live and in person? Does he have to go to Brussels and speak to NATO and be there in person and then have to do these press conferences? Can we just, what about a hologram? Can we do a hologram that's like kind of pre-recorded? They got these cool things now that you can do with holograms. They even have a box that looks like a hologram that he would be life-size right there. And it's like three-dimensional. Have you seen that box? It's a pretty sweet thing. Why don't we just do that? And then this way you don't have to get into trouble if if something happens and somebody asks a question that we don't like, it'll just be like all staticky. And it'll just disappear. Yes, you in the back.
How about we get a better president?
Yes! Well, there's that too, okay? It's a temporary fix.
It seems like it's a lot easier.
I know, but it's a temporary fix. We're trying to work through this. We got time. I know this is going to be a harsh reality for you right now, but a little bit of breaking news.
Breaking news.
A bombshell. He's president until January 20th, 2025. Let that sink in.
Can we not?
You have to. Because when you hear the audio that we're going to play about his visit to NATO and then some other things that are going on, you have to realize that this is the reality. And I'd say elections have consequences, but I'm not so sure whether or not when it comes to elections and consequences, if we're really in consequential mode, especially when we haven't had a whole lot of investigations lately and the talk of whether or not there's been some 2020 nonsense. I'm hearing right now that in some Florida counties, I don't want to say it. You want me to say this?
Please, yeah.
All right. In some Florida counties, Breitbart's got the report. John Binder. A number of counties in Florida have opened investigations into whether convicted felons ineligible to vote cast votes in the 2020 presidential election. A Politico report this week confirmed that investigations are underway after researcher Mark Glaeser began cross-checking Florida voter lists against lists of states' convicted sex offenders and felons still in the Alachua County, Florida jail. In one such case, an election official in Alachua County is accused of registering felons to vote at the county jail despite their being ineligible. Dozens of potentially illegal votes have been flagged in counties like Alachua, Duval, Gadsden, Leon, and Lake. As such, it's quite possible that some individuals who voted in the 2020 general election have not satisfied all legal financial obligations or were otherwise ineligible. Wait a minute, I thought that we had that in the state. I thought that we had a law that says that you can't do that, that you've got to satisfy all the legal financial obligations or you're otherwise ineligible to vote. And I thought that the passage of Amendment 4 in 2018 was going to secure that from happening in the state. And as a matter of fact, there's some people that I know, and you might know, that have been going on major media outlets and touring around the state and the country talking about how we've got to make sure that people have the right to vote and are allowed to vote, and that certainly convicted felons will have the right to vote as long as they satisfy everything, the financial obligations, they're otherwise ineligible. And now we're coming to find out that some are saying, well, hold on a second. They're not. And they've been given that right to vote. Like, who's doing this? Why is this so difficult? The point is that even under the best of intentions, as you as a Florida voter are constantly asked to make ginormous, huge, constitutional amendment changing decisions, that many times we here in the state of Florida and across the country are being told that what we're doing is the right thing to do. It's the touchy, feel-good thing, that it is something that we will appeal to the good nature that you have as a human being, and that you certainly are somebody who wants to do the right thing, and we've got to make sure that this takes place. And then when you sign on the dotted line, because you are a very good person and you want to do the right thing, you have those in the background who'll say, got him. And just as your good intentions are put down on paper or checked on a box, somebody comes along and says, oh, man, am I going to use your good intentions against you? And I'm not saying that certain individuals that are out or people that believe that this was a right decision to make an Amendment 4 in 2018, but I am suggesting that even in the process of what was Amendment 4 and having convicted felons, upon satisfying every single legal financial obligation, having the right to vote, and how that's going to continue to take place through to 22 and 24 and beyond. That even as the process was taking place, people were arguing the point at that moment that, well, you know what? Financial obligations, not everyone can be satisfied. This is a really hard hurdle. I'm not sure that they can do this. When previously they told everybody, oh, of course, absolutely. The people who pushed Amendment 4 in the state of Florida, and we've said this many times, and if you're new to this program, or you're new to Southwest Florida, or you don't remember this, when Amendment 4 was going through, the people who were pushing Amendment 4 were trying to make the case that absolutely positively that we were going to have individuals who were only going to be able to vote in the 2020 election and beyond, as long as they satisfied those particular items. As a matter of fact, we have the audio, right? Let's just check this out.
This includes completion of the terms of probation, right?
Yes, sir. It specifically includes all matters included in the sentence, including probation and parole. So that means all matters, anything that a judge puts in a sentence.
So it would also include the full payment of any fines?
Yes, sir.
Full payment of fines.
All terms means all terms within the four corners.
Yep, all terms means all terms. This is what they were arguing to the Florida Supreme Court, those that were pushing Amendment 4. And people were like, Okay, that sounds reasonable. We're reasonable people. We have common sense. We care. We have empathy for people. We understand what this is all about. And then just before, or excuse me, after everybody voted for this, they were like, well, no, that's not fair. We need to, we never said that. We never said that they had to satisfy everything. I mean, can you imagine they're just coming out of prison and you expect them to pay legal fines and all financial obligations? They don't have money. You can't pay legal financial obligations. There's no way. It's not fair. And funny if that would be the case that people were bringing up at the time that they were poo-pooed, that they said, well, gosh, I hope that somebody is not going to do something and circumvent this and say, because it's not fair and we believe it's not fair and the idea is the right idea, but we got to be fair, that we would still go ahead and try to have people in the state of Florida vote, not satisfying these obligations. But hey, what's a couple of votes between friends that are already in the pipeline and it's already too late and they've already done it and the numbers are already there? And what are you worried about? Donald Trump won in 2020. What are you concerned about? State of Florida, everything's fine, right? Right? I don't know. It's out there. It's out there. Again, just a reminder, in 2018, voters approved an amendment that restored voting rights to potentially 1.5 million convicted felons, excluding those who committed murder or sex crimes, and the amendment changed state law that had previously placed a lifetime ban on convicted felons voting in local, state, and federal elections. And then 2020, that was brought up once again, where it was like, got to satisfy. Yeah, absolutely, we got to satisfy. No problem, everything's fine. And then there were legal battles and people saying, well, you can't expect that to... And then all of a sudden now, we have these questions in the state. We'll see where it goes. But again, it's frustrating to many people, and I am one of them, when we are approached by politicians and individuals who tell you that, listen, you've got compassion. You're a compassionate individual. They'll appeal to your compassion. They will appeal to your Christian values. They will appeal to anything and everything to make it seem like... And you do have those values. And they're right. And then somebody comes along and goes, you should... It's kind of tough and it's hard. Right? Yeah, maybe we should amend things. Or maybe it's... Seems like it always happens. All right. That's funny. I brought this up and I wasn't even planning on going here. But I was planning on talking about Joe Biden. So let's do that. Let's pivot. 239-479-5592. Joe Biden and NATO goes and the non-hologram Joe Biden goes out there and as you can imagine, it was disastrous in a lot of different ways. Things that were asked of him. He said a couple of things that had people scratching their head and concerned about food shortages and how the food shortages are going to be very real. I'm sure you probably heard about some of those comments. We've been talking about food shortages and the concerns that many people have. The stories that I told about how farmers are just saying here in the United States, I don't know if I can even afford right now to be able to farm because the losses are too great and I may not be able to do it. How much food we get from other places, including Mexico, to the point where they could just say to us, hey, listen, we're not going to send you anything. And we would be like, oh, no. And no is not the word people would use. But Joe Biden was asked about that and talking about food shortages. And I believe he made the case or made the point that, yeah, we're going to see it. It's going to happen.
With regard to food shortages, yes, we did talk about food shortages. And it's going to be real. The price of these sanctions is not just imposed upon Russia. It's imposed upon an awful lot of countries as well, including European countries and our country as well.
Yeah, the thing about that is you're blaming the sanctions, and certainly the sanctions when it comes to fertilizer from Russia, and there's some things that people are concerned about with sanctions. There are other things that the administration has control over, including fuel prices, and how, if you just stroke the pen or non-stroke the pen, and we could get the pipelines up and running, and we can have people going and getting fuel once again, making us oil, making us energy independent. If we concentrated on that and getting back to where we were, then yes, that would help a whole lot. But he doesn't seem to want to do that, especially when you hear this part of that same conversation.
And we both talked about how we could increase and disseminate more rapidly food shortages.
Talking about how we can increase and disseminate more rapidly food shortages? Was that like a Freudian slip? I mean, do we really want to say something like we're trying to speed up food shortages, or was he trying to, no, it's just Biden being Biden. He made a mistake. He meant to say we're trying to get rid of it, so stop food shortages. But it is almost Freudian, because if we have food shortages, that is part of the Great Reset, is it not? I mean, however you want to describe it, the Great Reset is one way to describe the elimination of the free market and capitalism and liberty and freedom around the globe, and how we're seeing this all the time. And boy, if there was a food shortage, that is one thing. You control food, you control healthcare. There's no doubt you have control of the population. So there's that. What else did he say? Oh, do I even want to get into this right now? This is going to take a while to get into. Just some of the fun things that Joe Biden said yesterday. He approached one world leader. I don't know who it was, but he made this odd comment. He said,
"We don't have a food shortage problem. We have a leadership problem."
No, that wasn't it. Oh, in 2020, he said, we don't have a food shortage problem. We have a leadership problem, which I think that was from 2020 during the election, which is pretty funny because he's spot on. We do have a leadership problem. And the leadership problem everybody is starting to see. No, but he stepped up to some world leader. I don't know who it was, and he said,
"Well, I came to congratulate a man who just got reelected without opposition. I dream about that someday."
Joe Biden dreams about being a leader without opposition. Huh. I wonder what they call that. I wonder what that would be like in the country. No opposition. It's, I don't want to say it's very Putin-like, but, there's some comparisons. All right, in just a couple of minutes, we're going to get more into some things that he talked about and how, look, the media, they're not pushing back. They're kind of helping, especially when one media outlet decided to bring Donald Trump into the conversation. And apparently the world is worried that Donald Trump's going to run in 24 and win. Really? Really? No, I'm not kidding. That's what somebody said in this media pool that was asking him questions, which I find hilarious because the last time when I checked, when Donald Trump was president of the United States, what was happening around the world was, I don't know, it was a little bit better. I kind of, just a little tiny bit. My fingers are thinly spread apart if you're watching at truesteel.com. A little baby bit. So we'll get to that coming up. Also, 8:05, look forward to a guest that's going to be on with us. Kind of a surprise guest. Maybe I shouldn't even make it about being a surprise guest. Maybe next break I'll tell you who the guest is, but something that they're going to talk about you are really, really, really going to like here in Southwest Florida. I promise. All right, it's Daybreak 92.5, Fox News, right all along.
The right place for local talk. Drew now, Trey for the Drive at 5. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
Hi, Dr. Ellen Rembos here. Did you know that ignoring your teeth and gums can create problems in your body, from arthritis to heart disease? That's right. The health of your teeth and gums is directly related to your overall general health. In fact, patients with gum disease have nearly twice the risk of also having heart disease. You cannot separate one part of the body from another, and that starts with good oral health. It's the canary in the coal mine.
Meet Dr. Alan Rembos with offices near you in Naples, Sanibel, and Marco Island. Online at smilesbyrembos.com.
Searching everywhere for great prices on appliances? No, you're not, because you have better things to do. Besides, Good Deals has it for less, and they have plenty of items in stock despite shortages everywhere else. Remember, Good Deals guarantees the lowest price on everything they sell. Find a lower price anywhere, and Jay will beat it, guaranteed. Visit one of the showrooms in Fort Myers, Naples, and Cape Coral, or shop online at gooddealsappliances.com.
Good Deals Appliances. Have we got a deal for you?
Trust. It's the rock-solid foundation of Moran Wealth Management. Over 40 years ago, they began advising clients on ways to help meet their financial goals. 4 decades later, we've helped many reach their goals of providing for themselves, their families, and future generations. CEO Tom Moran has assembled an impressive team of professionals, each committed to the same core concept. Tom is recognized by Barron's as a Hall of Fame advisor. To be named a Hall of Fame advisor, the advisor has to have been ranked by Barron's consecutively for the last 10 years in any of their rankings. Let us earn your trust. Call 239-920-4440 or visit moranwm.com. Barron's rankings are based on data provided by thousands of advisors. Factors included in the rankings were assets under management, revenue produced for the firm, regulatory record, length of service, quality of practice, and client retention. Investment products and services are offered through Wells Fargo Advisors Financial Network, LLC, WFAFN, member SIPC. Moran Wealth Management is a separate entity from WFAFN.
Imagine replacing your old kitchen with the kitchen of your dreams. Brand new custom-made cabinet doors. Drawer fronts, hand-finished by true craftsmen. Designer hardware, new hinges, and everything installed beautifully in less than a week, start to finish. Expensive? No. To the contrary, with refacing by Cornerstone, you'll save so much, we should really talk about your master bathroom, too. Go for wow. Go for Cornerstone.
You'd think an Army veteran with a military career including multiple combat deployments throughout the Middle East would be a great American. And you'd be right. But Joe Vanderbosch also happens to be a great dentist. An Army veteran of 8 years, Dr. Joe now makes his home in Southwest Florida, where his wife Sarah grew up.
Hi, I'm Dr. Joseph Vanderbosch, Freedom Dental on Metro Parkway in Fort Myers. In the Army, I received extra training in order to provide dental care in virtually any condition. That's why I can manage many dental treatments without the need to refer to a specialist. I served my country proudly for 8 years. Now I want to serve you and your dental needs. Special discounts for former and active military without dental insurance.
Dr. Vanderbosch provides emergency care and is now accepting new patients for cleaning, extractions, crowns, implants, and more. Find them online at freedomdentalfortmyers.com. That's freedomdentalfortmyers.com. Dr. Joseph Vanderbosch. Go to freedomdentalfortmyers.com.
American-made plantation shutters for you. Your best choice for plantation shutters. Custom measured and installed. Built to last forever. Call for a free consultation. Discounts for military and first responders. If you support Biden or the 2020 election results, don't call us. PlantationShuttersForYou.com.
It's Fred Kobe with your Kobe Cooling Tip of the Day. Our team is expanding as we grow, and we're looking for a few good people. We're taking applications right now for air conditioning installers, air conditioning helpers, the service mechanic department, our sales team, and we have a few spots open in our apprentice program, where we will take a novice person with no training, put them with a supervisor for a 6-month training program. This will require a commitment to the company. So if you feel you could be one of the best, apply in person at 4697 Elevation Way in Fort Myers. We're just off Martin Luther King Boulevard in the Benchmark Industrial Park. You can call us at 239-482-1542 for directions. If you want to be one of the best, come join us at Kobe Cooling. License CACO 57313.
92.5 Fox News. Right.
This break
all along.
is sponsored by Cornerstone Builders. Give us the opportunity to wow you.
Wink News. Traffic.
In Lee County, speeds we're seeing slowing down to 21 miles per hour on Daniels Parkway as you pass JetBlue Park and head towards 75. Nothing new for this time of day. Midpoint Bridge starting to stack up, speeds around 26 miles per hour. Cape Coral Bridge still all clear at this hour. Going to be a better option if you're hopping between the Cape and Fort Myers. 75 looking really good at this time of day. An easy time to get on the interstate. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Taylor Wirtz. Wink News.
Wink Weather Authority.
Well, now that a cold front is through our area, we'll continue to see improving conditions for today. After some clouds and a few showers to start, we'll eventually give way to a sunny sky by this afternoon as drier and cooler air continues to move in from the north and west. Look for a breeze today with highs back into the upper 70s and lower 80s. Sunshine transitioning into a mostly clear sky as we head into this evening, which will allow for a cooler start as we kick off your Saturday morning. Lows will be back down into the mid and upper 50s waking up tomorrow. We're back to 81 degrees for your Saturday afternoon high under plenty of sunshine with a bit of a breeze. We keep it dry through your Sunday, another high near 81 degrees, mostly sunny and breezy to end out the weekend. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
The news you need, the host you trust, getting it right all day and all night. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
Hi, I'm Ty Lassiter, CEO and one of the managing partners of Key City Capital. And just recently, we held an in-person investor meeting right here in Naples and had over 100 attendees show up to learn about building their wealth rapidly. Key City Capital has been actively investing in cash-flowing real estate for over 10 years and generating safe, secure, double-digit returns for our investors. Key City Capital was founded to build and preserve wealth for our clients, as well as provide assistance with tax mitigation. And over 100 people just can't be wrong.
Call Key City Capital today to reserve your spot for our next dinner event. Call 239-330-2080. That's 239-330-2080. Or check us out online at kcap925.com. That's kcap925.com.
Hello, I'm Dave Harmer of First Class Air Conditioning, serving all of Southwest Florida since 1977. In a service industry like ours, customer satisfaction means everything. We post our customer service reviews up front at firstclassairconditioning.com. Our work and your satisfaction is always guaranteed. Call 239-574-2500.
First Class Air Conditioning. Our name says it all.
We believe in better. A better way to invest, a better way to serve you, and a better result. We can help you determine how much risk you're taking, red flags that could be potential problems for you, how much you're paying in fees or commissions, potential tax liability, or even how to address Social Security.
Tune in to WealthWorks Radio with Eric Carney every Sunday morning at 9 a.m. on 92.5 Fox News Radio.
Hey guys, it's Robbie Raw. You've heard how much I love my art supports from the Good Feet store. Now I want you to hear from someone else.
Hi, I'm Dr. Julie Caton. I decided to get my own art supports, and I absolutely love them.
Visit the Good Feet store and take back your life.
Hello, folks. This is Representative Bob Rommel with another Florida update. This week, gender identity politics took some strange turns. First, a man claiming to be a woman is smashing all records in women's swimming. Then yesterday, Supreme Court nominee Ketanji Brown Jackson said she could not define what it meant to be a woman. Just a few weeks ago, we representatives passed a simple bill to keep children safe. It stated that for children in kindergarten through third grade, a teacher or counselor could not talk to them about gender identity or sex education without first informing the parents. Liberal celebrities across the country attacked us for being hateful, but this isn't hate, it's just common sense. Now, I will always put parents and the safety of their children first. Florida, we trust parents and no income tax. Let's keep it that way. Paid by me, Bob Rommel, Republican for State Representative.
The right place for local talk. Drew now, Trey for the Drive at 5. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along. This is Daybreak with Drew Steele on 92.5 Fox News.
CEOs of every major U.S. airline called on President Biden to drop the federal mask mandate. Each airline actually released its own statement about it. Take a look. American Airlines said, "We've complied with the mask mandate long enough." United said, "It's time for a return to normalcy." Spirit Airlines said, "Wait, there was a mask mandate?"
Hold on. That's not very nice. Oh, no, we still have to have them. We still have to do mask mandates. We still have to get on planes and wear a mask and spend hours upon hours. How many hours? What's going on with the flight attendants? probably like 12, 18, who knows how long they have to wear a mask on the planes and constantly doing that. And when they get a break and you can't have a break. And then the dude that sits in 13E that's got a French fry in his mouth the whole time just so he doesn't have to wear the mask. And that's their job now, to go up and down the aisles to kind of patrol. And here we are all sitting around everybody else. You're going to restaurants, you're eating, you're going to your favorite grocery store, you're doing all of these different things, and it's a weird, weird world.
Or just ignore the science that it doesn't work.
Yeah, well, you can't, but then you can't go on the plane, and then you're going to be one of those people that's going to be on the nightly news. Jake the Millennial refuses to wear a mask, is dragged off a plane by his ponytail. Like that kind of thing, you know. See what I did there?
I saw what you did there.
All right. Coming up at 8:05, we've got a great guest that's going to be joining us. Do I tell everybody who it is?
I don't even know who it is.
I know. I haven't told you yet who it is. I kind of want to...
How am I supposed to help?
Well, we're going to have a great conversation, and I want you to tune in at 8:05 because you're really going to like what we have to say during the conversation. And maybe I'll tell everybody who it is in a couple of minutes. Okay? That's fine. Quickly, let's go. Oh, no. Henry in Naples hung up. I was going to your phone call, sir. And you hung up. So if Henry's there in Naples, if you want to call back, I was getting ready to take your call because I was kind of interested to hear what you had to say. Apparently, you were upset because I'm picking on the president. He's quite pickable. I don't really know why. Could be.
I got hairy legs.
Could be.
Not a joke.
Could be.
True international effort to pressure.
Could be.
Bad care.
Could be.
We choose truth over facts.
I don't know. There's a lot. Oh, is that Henry? Okay. Henry, it's Drew Steele. Is that you, Henry?
Hi, yes, I lost my connection.
That's all right. It happens sometimes. Henry, you're live on the air. It's you. So what's up, Henry? What's going on? Are you okay? Tell me what's happening. Let's talk. Me and you. Come
enjoy your show.
All right. There's a big
Enjoy
button.
your show.
There's a big button of smile coming. It's okay. Just tell me. Let's talk.
Okay.
All right.
So, you know, I was surprised to hear you talking about food shortages and kind of criticizing the president for mentioning them.
Well, no, wait. Hold on. Let me just specify something. I think this is important.
Okay.
I'm not criticizing him for mentioning it. He's right. There's going to be a food shortage. We have food shortages that are coming up that are going to rock the world. There's no doubt. My complaint was about how there are things that he can do to help to alleviate a lot of the problems. That when you complain about something that's coming, but you have the ability to help to stop it from happening necessarily, and you do nothing, then that's the problem that I have. But that's okay. So thank you for clarifying.
Okay.
So go ahead.
So that's a good point.
Yeah.
What would you suggest are some of those things that you think he ought to do?
Well, one of the things I think right out of the gate is kind of obvious, which is fuel prices. It's very easy for us to get back to that place where we are providing the world with natural gas. We are providing the world with oil. We were already energy independent. And all of the things that are manufactured using oil products, the way that we could help to alleviate the cost of diesel fuel, which is just a portion of farming. I was just talking to some people the other day about how astronomical prices are to farm not only the seeds, but also the plastics. You ever see those black plastic that are on top of acreage of land as they're getting ready to grow crops? You'll see the plastic that's over the top. The price of that plastic is so out of reach now, astronomical, as a matter of fact. Heard that a roll of that was $75 a year ago. Now it's $375. And you need lots of rolls, multiple rolls. It's not just one. We're talking about thousands and thousands of acres. So there are things that can be done to alleviate a lot of these issues, and that's just a portion of it.
Okay. So the problem is that the facts, right? So you make a statement that farmers are saying they can no longer farm.
Yes.
That we're going to lose farmers, but the price of all of our food. We've all gone in the grocery store lately. The price of food has gone through the roof.
Right.
Why is that? It's because the farmers are charging more for what they are producing. They're not farming. So your original premise that somehow the farmers are saying, "Oh, I can't afford to farm." That's just wrong.
Well, I talked to. Well, wait. Well,
charging.
Well, no.
Wait.
Well, let me. But Henry, quickly, I spoke to a farmer. This is what he's telling me. This is what he does for a living. He said he can't afford to do it.
Could I have?
Yes.
Where is he? What's his name?
His name. You want to know his? Do you want to know his name? His name is Alfie.
Sure.
His name is Alfie Oakes. Would you like to have? I can have him come on the air, and he can explain to you.
Alfie Oakes of
Oakes Farms, correct?
Of Oakes Farm,
correct?
Who owns Sprouts or Seeds or whatever, Seed to Table,
right?
Is telling you that he is going to give up farming?
I didn't say he was giving up farming. I'm saying
Okay,
I'm saying that there are farmers that are going to have to give it up or going to have to do less acreage because they can't do the same amount of acreage that they have done in the past because they can't afford it. They will shrink their acreage. And some are going to get out altogether because it's a losing proposition. The prices are going up as well, Henry, and this is another part of this that's very important to understand. That a lot of our groceries do not come from the United States. They come from Mexico, especially here in the southern portion of the United States, especially. We are not getting our groceries necessarily, our produce exclusively from the United States. There are more. The numbers are very, very high. The proportion, the percentage of what we get does not come from the United States. We are beholden to other countries to get the produce. It's just a fact.
Oh, absolutely. And you know who we also get a bunch of raw material from? Ukraine. Ukraine is the second largest exporter of wheat in the world. Guess what? They're not exporting right now. You know where their ports are? Their ports are now surrounded by the Russian Navy. So prices are going to go up. Yes, I agree.
That is a portion of the issue. Absolutely.
Some of it due to Biden. And look, I agree. I don't think for a second we should have stopped producing oil in this country. I agree. We were a net exporter of oil. It was a good thing. We ought to be developing alternative fuels while at the same time drilling for oil. Okay, that's to me kind of a no-brainer, right?
Right.
And
so why do you suppose he's doing that? Like, why do you suppose we would get away from that, knowing that it not only affects the prices that we pay at the pump, but it's also affecting how farmers farm, it's how truck drivers drive, it's how we get from produce, even the produce getting from the farm to the stores. I mean, all of this is cost that could be lowered by just going back to where we were. Why do you suppose he does that?
Because
you know why.
My view,
yeah,
is that he was kind of beholden to some of the left of the Democratic Party.
Yeah, you nailed it.
Who were yelling and screaming, and this was okay. Fine, I'm going to keep you guys quiet. Here's what I'm going to do, right? And it put them back in their little box for a while, at least until AOC started whispering, which was scary as shit. Excuse my French.
Yeah.
But so, Mr. Steele, you can tell I'm a little bit on both sides of the fence here, right? I'm not a raving leftist, but I'm not a raving rightist. But what I wanted to say is, you know, when I do hear my conservative friends and colleagues talk about freedom not being free, which I totally agree with, you know, we tend to forget about my mom and dad who went through World War II. You know, rationing, right? Rationing fuel, rationing meat.
Sure, during a war, that's what
happens.
Yeah,
right?
That's what happens.
That's what happens.
Right.
And so,
but we're not at war.
We're not, but we're going to have the effects of it, and people are going to have to kind of come to grips with this. And I kind of weep for our future? Because I think there's a lot of people, both conservatives and Democrats, who are going to be screaming about all this and why things. People are screaming about the price of oil and food due to a number of factors. Freedom's not free, babe. We're going to have to. This guy Putin.
Well, Henry, can I ask? I don't have a whole lot more time because I got to take a break. But let me ask you: Are you a Democrat?
I am an independent.
Okay. Did you vote? Did you vote for the Democrat in the last election?
I voted for the Democrat for the last election because you may know Alfie, but I know Donald Trump because he was a client of mine.
Okay. Well, you don't have to. Well,
I'm not going to go into it.
Yeah, that's fine. You have your thoughts and you have your opinions and whatever the business and okay, that's fine. But I guess what I'm asking you is, you voted for the Democrat, maybe you just don't like Trump, and so you just wanted the alternative. I'm sure you took a moment in time to say, this is not going to be it seems to me that you didn't say it's a lesser of two evils. You studied and looked at the possibility of a Joe Biden being president of the United States, and you made the conscious decision to vote for him because you felt like things would be better than they were. Are you disappointed that we are in this condition right now with this president? Do you believe that he's responsible for any of this, or do you just think it's just the world has just gone crazy?
No, I think he is responsible for it. I will not vote for him if he runs again. I think that if we had Joe Biden 20 years ago,
what would give you the idea that 20 years ago things would be okay with Joe Biden?
I just don't think that. I don't think he's up to the task at this point in time. That's all I'll say. I can't really say anything else.
Did you think he was up to the task during 2020? I mean, did you see the same things we all saw with the problems coherently putting together sentences and the things that he was saying, and you didn't see that then? So you made a conscious decision that because of your personal opinions of Donald Trump, even knowing what was going on with the economy and jobs and peace across the globe and peace deals that were happening in places that nobody thought, all of these things that you certainly wouldn't want to bring personalities into it. I mean, to be honest with you, if Joe Biden were creating the conditions that were happening in 2016 to 2020, if he was creating those same conditions, you could make the case that I don't really care who Joe Biden is, taking some of the other things out of it, but personality-wise, he's doing a good job, so I would vote for that person. Why would you exclude all of that because you don't like a person?
Well, I saw, prior to the election, I saw a president that told people to drink bleach
he didn't say that. You see, Henry, Henry, he didn't say to drink bleach. He never said that.
Okay.
The same way that yesterday, the same way, but Henry, please, let's be honest here. He never said drink bleach. He never said Nazis were good people. He didn't say that. No. He didn't say that. He didn't say white supremacists are good people. He didn't say that either. And Joe Biden had the nerve to go to another country, Brussels, Belgium. He had the nerve to go there and attack the president of the United States on foreign soil, which seems to be a Democrat habit, Barack Obama. Everybody who seems to want to go to other countries to bash our former president or presidents, why would they do that, Henry? Why would he bring that up? And why would you specifically say something that is a lie?
Well, first of all, I heard what he said when he said it.
And he did not say drink bleach. He didn't say it, Henry. You know what? I trust you to know that he didn't say it.
Let me pivot for a second. Donald Trump is not anti-Semitic. He is not a Nazi lover. I also know his son-in-law, Jared Kushner.
But if you know, but Henry, if you know him and you know all these things, then why would you just come on the air now and say he said drink bleach when you know he didn't say it?
Well, what did he? Well,
is it just because you have a personal beef with him? I mean, if it's true that you know him and you have a relationship and it's a personal beef, then that is one thing. But to repeat the lies that have been told seems dishonest.
What did he say? He turned he turned to the woman who was the head of the COVID task force,
and he said, you should drink bleach. Well,
no, what did he say?
Well, why don't we do this? Why don't I, because I got to take a break, why don't I go get that piece of audio for you, and after the break, I can play exactly what he said, and then you decide if he said drink it or not. Okay.
I would appreciate if you would do that. It was the cut when he turns to her and they're talking about, and he does use the word bleach.
Okay, but he didn't say drink.
Yeah?
But
let's
Henry,
hear what he says. It was a pleasure speaking with you.
Yes.
And I appreciate you taking my call.
Absolutely. All the best.
Enjoy your show.
Thank you, sir.
Bye-bye.
All right. Bye-bye. God bless. How we doing? We okay? Listen, I don't know Henry. I don't know if he knows the former president. I don't know if he has any kind of relationship. The fact of the matter is you can have those discussions. You can have your personal opinions on people, about people. But when you start parroting lies and talking points, it's... Henry, you're better than that. You're better than that. I can hear it in your voice. You're better than that. Don't let the personal get involved. Joe Biden said some horrible things yesterday, President. And we'll play the audio coming up so you can hear it. Repeat. Why do you do that? Well, he does it. Joe Biden does it because he wants the world to hate Trump. He wants to continue because he knows he's got a media that's going to pat him on the back. Just like the media knows. It's just like Judge Jackson knows that the media is going to back her up when she says, I can't define a woman. I'm not a biologist. And then you have USA Today saying, Marsha Blackburn asked Ketanji Brown Jackson to define woman. Science says there's no simple answer. Really? There's no simple answer. But USA Today's there to back you up. Don't worry about it. We got you. All right. Let's do Drew's College of Political Knowledge. 4 questions on politics. The more you get right, the higher the degree. We'll see if you earn a PhD. If you would like to play and win a $35 gift certificate to Olive's Diner at the corner of 951 and Vanderbilt Beach Road, we would love to have you play and win next. It's Daybreak 92.5 Fox News, right all along.
Have you heard them yet? Clay Travis and Buck Sexton, today at noon, right after Glenn Beck. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
Did you know we're so much more? Our organic cafe serves delicious breakfast, lunch, and dinner with live music on the weekends. Get fresh juices, smoothies, and organic coffee at our newly renovated Juice and Coffee Bar. We even have awesome sustainable clothes and accessories at Thoughtful Threads. Why? Because we know it's a lifestyle. Food and thought, more than a grocery store.
Food and thought. Yikes! $100? Paying that much is just a pain in the gas. Get to the gas payoff event at Sutherland Nissan Fort Myers and Sutherland Nissan Cape Coral. Through Monday, buy a new Nissan and we'll pay for your fuel. Not just a tank, not just for a month, but for an entire year, your gas bill is on us. Plus, trade in your gas guzzler to a fuel-efficient new Nissan or a certified pre-owned Nissan. Sutherland Nissan has tons of models that get over 30 miles per gallon. As the #1 certified pre-owned dealer, you'll find the vehicle you're looking for and pay thousands less. And through Monday only, buy a new Nissan and pay $0 for gas for the next year. Save when you buy, save on the road, and save on gas. Don't miss the gas payoff event through Monday only at Sutherland Nissan Fort Myers and Sutherland Nissan Cape Coral, your used car megastore. Online at flnissan.com. If you don't shop Sutherland, you'll pay too much.
See dealer for details.
Hi, Stuart Duncan here of Duncan's Diamonds. People come into our store here in Southwest Florida and are amazed by the selection of beautiful, fine jewelry and at exceptional prices. At Duncan's Diamonds, I will make sure personally that we give you the finest quality at the best possible prices. We get very excited about diamonds and are here to help you find that special diamond. We have the largest selection of magnificent and exclusive designer styles for you to choose from. Also, if you find a diamond or style on the internet, bring in a picture and we will get it or make it exactly to your specifications. And our prices and quality will exceed your expectations. I personally guarantee it. At Duncan's Diamonds, we will not be undersold by anyone, anywhere, or any place, and you can count on it. Come in and see us in Fort Myers on US 41, Gulf Coast Town Center, and in Naples at the Mercado Shopping Center.
Everyone understands that when you buy more, you should pay less. It's called a volume discount. Hi, this is Earl Ron, president of New South Window, and we would like to make and install your windows. New South offers volume discounts for homeowners. The more you buy, the more you save. Our discounts start at the fourth window, and from there, the savings grow. New South can do this because we own our factory, and that's the power of Factory Direct. Award-winning, energy-efficient windows that will save you money and protect your home. Our windows are made in Florida, for Florida homes, by Florida workers, and we guarantee them for life. Visit us at newsouthwindow.com.
You know what you want to do in retirement, but do you know how to get there? Tune in to Retire with Grace with Bob Grace, Saturday mornings at 8 and Sundays at noon to get the answers to your retirement planning questions. Plan today so you can do the things you've always dreamt about doing in retirement. Don't miss Retire with Grace, a Tri-Found company, Saturday mornings at 8 and Sundays at noon. Firm offers insurance services. Investment advisory services offered only by duly registered individuals through AE Wealth Management, LLC.
92.5 Fox News.
Drew's College of Political Knowledge is presented by France Eye Care. Better vision, better life.
It's Drew's College.
All right, let's go to Steve. Steve's in Cape Coral. Hey, Steve.
Hey, how's it going, man?
It's going well. Drew's College of Political Knowledge, 4 questions on politics. The more you get right, the higher the degree. We'll see if you earn a PhD. Your associate's degree question starts right now. All right, Steve. Who is it? John McCain. John McCain ran for president in 2008. His running mate was?
Sarah Palin.
That is correct, sir. You got an associate's. We'll see if we get a bachelor's on this question. The second president of these United States, number 2. Who was that?
Was that John Adams?
That is correct, sir. All right, you got a bachelor's, a master's degree on this question. We the People starts off which founding document?
The Constitution.
That is correct, sir. All right, you got a master's, a PhD on this question. In 1992, there were 3 candidates for president of the United States. Can you name them?
3 candidates: George Bush, Bill Clinton, and Ross Perot.
That is correct, sir. You got a PhD today on Drew's College. Congratulations. Great job. All right. And you got a $35 gift certificate to the great Alda's Restaurant and Bar, otherwise known as Alda's Diner, at the corner of 951 and Vanderbilt Beach Road. Stay right there, Steve. Don't go anywhere. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
All right, back at you. All right, special guest coming up in just a couple of more minutes. I think you're going to like who this is and what they have to say. Coming up, surprise guest and a surprise announcement coming up in just a minute. Stay right there. Stay break 92.5 Fox News, right all along.
.5 Fox News. Right all along.
Searching everywhere for great prices on appliances? No, you're not, because you have better things to do. Besides, Good Deals has it for less, and they have plenty of items in stock despite shortages everywhere else. Remember, Good Deals guarantees the lowest price on everything they sell. Find a lower price anywhere, and Jay will beat it, guaranteed. Visit one of the showrooms in Fort Myers, Naples, and Cape Coral, or shop online at gooddealsappliances.com.
Good Deals Appliances. Have we got a deal for you?
At Wink News, they think a little differently than you might be used to in times like these. When you need to know what's going on, you need the news, not the opinion. At Wink, they know you're smart enough to draw your own conclusions. That's why Wink News makes this promise to you. Be first with news that you need to know. Be fair, earn your trust on every story. Be everywhere news breaks in Southwest Florida. Wink News. First, fair, everywhere.
Getting it right all day and all night. 92.5 WFSX Estero. Fox News. Right all along.
This news update is presented by New South Window Solutions. Find them online at newsouthwindow.com.
Wink News. Traffic.
In Lee County, speeds we're seeing slowing down to 21 miles per hour on Daniels Parkway as you pass JetBlue Park and head towards 75. Nothing new for this time of day. Midpoint Bridge starting to stack up, speeds around 26 miles per hour. Cape Coral Bridge still all clear at this hour. Going to be a better option if you're hopping between the Cape and Fort Myers. 75 looking really good at this time of day. An easy time to get on the interstate. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Taylor Wirtz, Wink News.
Wink Weather Authority.
Well, now that a cold front is through our area, we'll continue to see improving conditions for today. After some clouds and a few showers to start, we'll eventually give way to a sunny sky by this afternoon as drier and cooler air continues to move in from the north and west. Look for a breeze today with highs back into the upper 70s and lower 80s. Sunshine transitioning into a mostly clear sky as we head into this evening, which will allow for a cooler start as we kick off your Saturday morning. Lows will be back down into the mid and upper 50s waking up tomorrow. We're back to 81 degrees for your Saturday afternoon high under plenty of sunshine with a bit of a breeze. We keep it dry through your Sunday, another high near 81 degrees, mostly sunny and breezy to end out the weekend. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
At home or on your phone, no matter where you roam, you can always get rightallalong.net, the new web home for 92.5 Fox News.
Thank you for waking us all up out here, for all you do. And
thank you for giving us the voice.
For being out there helping to keep the constitutional republic.
I want to thank you for
your support for veterans in the military.
Educating us.
Standing up for conservatism.
Giving us the truth.
Daybreak with Drew Steele.
All right, good morning, Southwest Florida. So glad you're here. 239-479-5592. That's the talk and text line. We stream live. DrewSteele.com. Steele has 3 E's. You can watch the program there on the website. We appreciate that. And this is going to be fantastic because Wednesday, April 20th from 5 to 7 p.m. at Silver Spot Theaters at the Mercado in Naples. Live joining us here in Southwest Florida and live joining us right now is the great Sean Spicer, who's joining us right now on Daybreak 92.5 Fox News. First of all, good morning. It's great to have you on the air with us. I had a chance to spend some time with you there at CPAC, and we always appreciate a few minutes. How are you this morning, sir?
I'm good, Drew. Thanks for having me. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys in a few weeks.
Oh, it's going to be great, and where we're going to be at is fantastic, and of course, I would say that now more than ever, there's just a few things to talk about. A lot of things going on in the news. You might even say it's a radical nation. See what I did there? Do you like?
Good job there.
Thank you.
I think we're gonna make good use of those 2 hours. I'll tell you. And every day I feel like we got more to talk about. You you can't predict some of the issues and some of the concerns that have come up. So. Hopefully we've seen the last of it because, believe me, I think our plate is full with concerns and issues. And when I wrote the book, Radical Nation, that you just mentioned and alluded to, I thought that was a pretty big agenda that we were dealing with. And then you add to this Ukraine, everything that's happened there and the consequences thereof, it's a heck of a lot more. So I guarantee you come out on, in a few weeks, we'll make a good use of that 5 to 7 stretch of time.
Yeah, we're going to have a good time. So Sean Spicer joining us on Wednesday, April 20th, 5 to 7 p.m. at Silver Spot Theaters at Mercado in Naples. You can get your tickets right now, and everybody's going to get a signed copy of Radical Nation as well. So you'll have the book, and you'll get a chance to see him live, and it's going to be a great night. Looking forward to it. And speaking of a lot to talk about, man, I don't even know where to go to start. If Joe Biden, NATO, in Brussels, the things that he talked about, I was a little bit concerned about the moment that, who was it? Somebody from German TV was popping up and saying, we're kind of worried about 24 and the former president of the United States and the possibility that he may run. And people, I had no idea they were worried. Really, you didn't like peace in our time. You didn't like some of the things.
You know what they don't like, though? They don't like the accountability. The Germans in particular don't like the accountability. They didn't like so, think about this. They had this pipeline, Nord Stream 2,
right,
where they're chucking in a ton of gas from Russia. Trump's calling them out on it. He's calling them out on the fact that they aren't spending 2% of their GDP meeting their NATO obligations on defense spending. So you had someone finally calling them out on their obligations, on their duplicity. It's funny. I mean, NATO's entire goal is a check on Russia, and then you have Germany cutting a deal with Russia, enriching them with respect to energy and oil. And Trump's basically lecturing them, saying, what are we doing here? So I think they didn't like being lectured.
Right. And then the fact that he brings up the ridiculous, very fine people on both sides, it's just the lies that continue to be spewed about Charlottesville and how Joe Biden pivots to that all the time. I guess it's just the base, right? It's just he's no matter what, just like the media and some of the things that they do. If you're talking about even Ketanji Brown Jackson and saying, she can't define what a woman is. And then you have USA Today comes out and says, science says there's no simple answer. Really, there's no simple answer to that, right? You can't define what a woman is. Thanks to USA Today and other media outlets who will come right along and say, no, don't worry about it. We got you. We'll protect you. And they continue to do that.
I mean, seriously, though, I joked about this last night on my Instagram where I was just like, gosh, I didn't realize science changed this much since I took science. I mean, isn't that the beauty? Like you have a Y chromosome and an X chromosome. I didn't realize that they changed. But these guys, to your point, Drew, they'll cover it up. They'll be like, no, that's, this is, I mean, what's next? The periodic table of elements changes?
Yeah.
It's the lengths to which these guys will go to protect these folks is unbelievable, but that's what we're at now.
Right. Sean Spicer is joining us on Daybreak 92.5 Fox News. Wednesday, April 20th, 5 to 7 p.m. here live in Southwest Florida. The Silver Spot Theaters at Mercado in Naples, a great place to be. Tickets are available right now, and it's going to be a fantastic evening. And, even watching, maybe your thoughts on a little bit of that, the Ketanji Brown Jackson confirmation hearings. And I know on Spicer and Company, you've been talking about that certainly as well as other major issues. But the cultural issue here, right, which is the big deal, CRT being talked about. And we know culturally where we are with that. And someone who can't define what a woman is. We see where we're going here. That culture battle is real, and it's taking it right to the Supreme Court. And that's going to be before us very, very soon, these cases that are going to be before the Supreme Court that are pretty important in the culture wars.
Look, I think there's a fundamental difference that people have to understand when you're watching this, because you won't get it when you look at the media. And in particular, when Justice Kavanaugh and Justice Amy Coney Barrett were questioned, we talked about their personal lives. Like we talked about Justice Kavanaugh's high school years, his college years, how much beer he drank, whether he likes beer or not. How, and then we talked about Amy Coney Barrett's family. We talked about her religion, how much the dogma within the Catholic faith guided her, where and how she adopted her children. All very personal things. When Republicans questioned Ketanji Brown Jackson, it was entirely 100% about her record on the Sentencing Commission and as a judge. That's it. And that was considered harsh and aggressive and grilling. There was nothing about her personal life. There was nothing about her growing up. There was nothing about, her family ties and her family connections and her youth and, indiscretions. But it's amazing the difference. And yet you have Cory Booker coming to tears about how he was sitting in her office and he couldn't believe it. And the letter that her daughter wrote to Obama. I mean, this is a lifetime appointment. And the Democrats are just talking about how historic it is. It is, fine. But then ask a question. I mean, this is someone who's going to interpret the laws that you, members of the Senate and the House, pass and determine whether or not or how they will ultimately be, implemented and adjudicated and interpreted, and yet all you can do is gush over her. It's pretty pathetic, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it is. Well, I'm sure we'll talk about this issue and many others when you are here. I know you're busy. I know you got to run, and I appreciate a few minutes. And we're going to spend more than a few minutes coming up on Wednesday, April 20th, 5 to 7 p.m. at Silver Spot Theaters at Mercado in Naples. You can get your tickets right now, and everybody there is going to get a signed copy of Radical Nation. Of course, host of Spicer and Company, a great program on Newsmax. Sean Spicer joining us on Daybreak 92.5 Fox News. And Sean will be here in Southwest Florida, and we are looking forward to seeing you, sir. All right, all the best. We'll see you then, okay?
See you soon, man.
All right.
Take care. Thank you.
We'll see you. All right, you can get your tickets right now at rightallalong.net, rightallalong.net. So go get your tickets right now. Sean Spicer joining us live here in Southwest Florida, Wednesday, April 20th, 5 to 7 p.m. at Silver Spot Theaters, Mercado in Naples, rightallalong.net. And it's cool because every ticket's VIP. Every ticket is going to get a autographed signed copy of Radical Nation. So you'll have the book. You'll get a chance to meet him. It's going to be a lot of fun, so we're looking forward to that. All right, let's take a break, and when we come back, we will have a little bit more of the audio, in case you missed it, of Joe Biden and the German reporter who was really upset that Donald Trump might be back in office in 24. We're really upset about it. We don't need anybody holding us accountable. We like you, Joe. You'll hear that and more coming up. It's Daybreak 92.5, Fox News, right all along.
When listening to the radio in your car, remember to always drive on the right side of the road. Keep it here on 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
When you need a new roof, it pays to deal with the best. King Roofing has built their business on a solid foundation of honest appraisals, fair pricing, and the finest workmanship. Your insurance may be paying the bills, but you'll live with your choice of roofer for years, even decades to come. Choose Roofing Royalty, and you'll never regret it. In Southwest Florida, there's only one King. Call King Roofing today.
Every castle deserves a king.
In business, it's never just another day. Every day is the day. There's the day you open your 500th location or expand to a new city. The day you deliver a make-or-break pitch from 1,000 miles away. Or the day that you have to start it all over again. That's the thing. You never know what the day might bring. But with Comcast Business, you'll have the powerful solutions you need to handle anything that comes your way. Like the power of the network that can deliver gig speeds to the most businesses, the freedom to control your network from anywhere, and advanced cybersecurity to help protect every device on it. All backed by a team of can-do collaborators ready to roll up their sleeves and make things happen 24/7. Every day in business is a big day. We'll keep you ready for what's next. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Restrictions apply. Actual speeds vary. Call for details.
Get your biggest refund guaranteed. Jackson Hewitt Tax Pros will help you find thousands worth of new tax credits so you can get every dollar you deserve. Learn more at jacksonhewitt.com.
Plantation Shutters for You is your best choice for plantation shutters. Custom measured and installed just for you. Call today for a free consultation. Discount to military, first responders, and Biden voters who wish they voted for Trump now, as well as Trump voters. PlantationShuttersForYou.com.
Where do designers store their clients' furniture when doing an estate home remodel? Rice's Moving and Transport in Naples, with over 10,000 square feet of air-conditioned storage space. Designers use Rice's Moving and Transport for one reason: trust. They know Rice's Moving team will pad wrap and inspect all articles carefully, then securely store them. Contractors use Rice's during a remodel to store customers' personal items too. Upon completion, everything is then returned to your home, completely unpacked and carefully reassembled. Another important point to consider when selecting a mover is this: only a handful of moving companies actually follow all the laws. Many moving companies simply pay employees in cash. This creates an issue for you as they are not insured. If there's an accident, you're responsible. So if you're planning a whole home or condo remodel or need help moving and storing your treasured furniture and valuables, trust Rice's Moving and Transport, fully licensed and insured for your peace of mind. Rice'sMoving.net, moving you into the future.
Chevy Sales, Marty speaking.
Oh, top of the morning to you, Marty.
You again?
Do you feel lucky?
Lucky?
Yeah, it's the Lucky You event at Victory Lane Chevrolet. Right now, Victory Lane's offering no payments for 120 days.
What the?
And new Chevy trucks come with a $1,000 accessory allowance.
No way!
But you don't really need luck with their goal of 100% credit approval.
No such thing as luck, pal.
Well, don't tell that to your customers, because they're going to need all the luck they can get. He hung up. During the Lucky You event, get 2.99 APR for 72 months and no payments for 120 days. New Chevy trucks have a $1,000 accessory allowance, plus an additional $500 off MSRP. Get lucky at Victory Lane Chevrolet on the corner of Fowler and Winkler. Find new roads online, victorylanechevrolet.com. Se habla español. Plus tax, tag, and fees with approved credit. All offers on in-stock vehicles must finance through GM Financial. Offers cannot combine. Ends 3/31/22.
Are you ready to list your home for sale? What if you could receive a guaranteed offer on your home with no showings, no open houses, and no stress? Contact the Darda Group at dardagroup.com to learn about their guaranteed offer. The Darda Group has 30 years of experience and consistently ranks in the top 3% of real estate agents in Lee County.
Find out if your home qualifies for a guaranteed offer and how you may receive an offer in as little as 24 hours and close escrow in as little as 21 days. No home prep, no showings, no open houses. You control when your home is sold and when you move. Learn more about this elite real estate team and the guaranteed offer at dartagroup.com. Don't wait. Schedule an appointment at dartagroup.com. That's dartagroup.com. A Compass Realty broker.
Pandemic, market drops, elections. Don't let the noise and fear distract you. Where do you go for clarity in uncertain times? I'm Alfie Townsend, Southwest Florida's financial planner. For experience, advice on planning for retirement, visit savingtheinvestor.com.
The Diamond District is a retail store selling at wholesale prices. Their team will help you to find what is best for you and your budget by walking you through the variety of factors that change the beauty and prices of a diamond. And you can be sure that with Jason and Todd, you will buy a diamond at a wholesale price.
Have lunch with Clay and Buck at noon, right after Glenn Beck at 9. 92.5 Fox News. Right. All along.
All right, so let's go back. Let's cover a couple of bases here because I want to make sure we do this. We got to be fair, right? So Henry from Naples called before, and he's upset that we were talking about Biden and what can Biden do to bring down prices of food, and the food shortage that he was talking about is going to happen, and we all know it's going to happen. And I described how farmers are talking about how expensive it is to farm and how they're going to have to farm less land, and in some cases they're just not going to be able to do it. And the fact that you've got countries that are bringing in more produce than we are producing here in the country, and that's a very dangerous place to be, and the like. And then we started to talk and somehow pivoted to Trump, and Henry in Naples, I don't want to say hatred, but not exactly a fan of Trump, says he knows him and everything else. And then he talked about, and he brought up, and here we go, about Henry saying that the president said that people should go out and drink bleach. Okay. So right there, you just basically go, pew, like you tune out. The president never said drink bleach. And Henry was, okay, maybe he didn't. So I said, I'll tell you what, after the break, I will play the clip so everybody can hear and put everything in context and not take it out of context so you can hear, again, exactly what the president said. And there's a reason why we're going to play this from way back in the day, because, again, another golden oldie popped up yesterday with the president of the United States, Joe Biden, in Brussels, Belgium, and what he did. So, all right, so here you go, Henry, and for everybody else who thinks somehow that Donald Trump, during the pandemic, in the heat of the pandemic, said, you should drink bleach. And that was in what, April of 2020? Okay. So here's what he said, everybody.
A question that probably some of you are thinking of if you're totally into that world, which I find to be very interesting. So supposing we hit the body with a tremendous, whether it's ultraviolet or just very powerful light, and I think you said that hasn't been checked, but you're going to test it. And then I said, supposing you brought the light inside the body, which you can do, either through the skin or in some other way. And I think you said you're going to test that, too. Sounds interesting. Right, and then I see the disinfectant, where it knocks it out in a minute, 1 minute. And is there a way we can do something like that by injection inside or almost a cleaning, because you see it gets on the lungs and it does a tremendous number of the lungs. So it'd be interesting to check that. So that you're going to have to use medical doctors with. But it sounds interesting to me.
Okay, so, but wait a minute, Drew, he didn't say drinking bleach, he said injecting bleach. So what about that? Injecting disinfectant. That's what the president was saying, you should go out and inject. No, okay. Can I remind Henry and people that are listening and are jumping up and down about injecting disinfectant and what that means? That in the White House Correspondent Task Force briefing just days before, Bill Bryan, the leader of the Science and Technology Directorate at the Department of Homeland Security, described the results to the task force and the president. The results of a government research, new government research, that show that the coronavirus did not survive long in solar light. That's why he brought it up. Warmer temperatures, more humid conditions, And Bill Bryan also told them that disinfectants had also been effective against it. So the president, as he kept turning back to Birx and was turning to Bill Bryan and everybody there, was just repeating what they had told him. That's a little nugget that's left out of the conversation. I wonder why. They told the coronavirus task briefing. Did Birx and Fauci and everybody go, are you stupid? Bill Bryan, why would you say something like that? Disinfectants have been effective. Like, are you stupid?
I represent science.
Like, why didn't you say something? Why would you say something like that? Okay. So, if you're saying and somehow that turned into drinking bleach, you got to stop. Joe Biden, President of the United States, on foreign soil, which seems to be the MO of Democrats, especially Democrats like Joe Biden and Barack Obama, who was famously the person who would do that all the time, bashing Americans on foreign soil. Stop. You have a German reporter who says to Joe Biden yesterday in Brussels, Belgium, in a meeting of NATO. No, that's not what he said. Here's what he said.
Sanctions never...
No, that's not what he said. Where is it? Oh, goodness. Is this it?
There's a presidential election coming up in 2024, and as you know,
kidding.
there are Yes, that's true. And there are widespread concerns in Europe that a figure like your predecessor, maybe even your predecessor himself, might get elected president again. Are there any steps, anything you're trying to do and NATO is trying to do here these days to prevent what you're trying to do becoming undone 2 years from now?
Okay, what are you trying to do? What undone? You mean like rampant inflation and soaring oil prices and gas prices and... Oh, okay, anyway. So we're worried over here because he held us accountable, as Sean Spicer just mentioned, as he was on the program a minute ago, who, by the way, will be in Southwest Florida Wednesday, April 20th at the Silver Spot Theaters in Mercado. You can get your tickets now at rightallalong.net. So here's the president's answer.
No, that's not how I think of this. I've been dealing with foreign policy for longer than anybody that's involved in this process right now. I have no concerns about the impact. I made a commitment when I ran this time.
One thought at a time.
I wasn't going to run again,
Yeah.
and I mean that sincerely.
Okay.
I had no intention of running for president again.
Oh, but here's why he ran, everybody.
And until I saw those folks coming out of the fields in Virginia carrying torches and carrying Nazi banners and literally singing the same vile rhyme that they used in Germany in the early 20s, or 30s, I should say. And then when the gentleman you mentioned was asked what he thought, and a young woman was killed, a protester, and he was asked what he thought. He said, "They're very good people on both sides."
Oh, yes. Did he really say that? So the world is sitting there going, oh, did Donald Trump, as president of the United States, really say that Nazis were really good people? Is that what he said? So there's Joe Biden on foreign soil with a friendly foreign press and domestic press and all press who will allow him to say that and not say, oh, hold on a second, go to the tape.
And you had people, and I'm not talking about the neo-Nazis and the white nationalists, because they should be condemned totally.
Okay, there's that part of it.
But you had many people in that group other than neo-Nazis and white nationalists, okay? And the press has treated them absolutely unfairly. Now, in the other group also, you had some fine people, but you also had troublemakers, and you see them come with the black outfits and with the helmets and with the baseball bats. You had a lot of bad people in the other group too.
All right, you guys are dopey. Never said the Nazis were fine people. Never said white supremacists were fine people. Everybody knows that's listening in this audience exactly what he meant as he first described that he was not backing them, but yet the narrative continues. And it goes back to the drinking bleach. You might as well put "don't say gay" in there as well. Will you stop? You're humiliating yourselves. You are embarrassing the country by going overseas and repeating the lies to a foreign press that is afraid that the former president may come into office and hold them accountable for the things that they do and that they say, and a world that was a much better place before Joe Biden came along as president of the United States. But you're embarrassing yourself. Stop doing it. Stop humiliating and embarrassing yourself by saying, "Don't say gay. That's the bill in the state of..." It's not the bill. And that's not what the parental the rights and education bill is here in the state of... We got to do this over and over. Yeah, I know. There are people who say, stop, move on. But you have to, because you keep coming back for more. Why are you doing this? Stop it. There's no "don't say gay" bill. Trump never said drink bleach. And he doesn't love Nazis. Okay, so stop it. You've got to stop. But you do have...
I got hairy legs.
And you do have...
True international over depression.
And you do have... And you got...
We choose truth over facts.
And you got...
Not a joke.
But you do you. All right. 239-479-5592. Should we go? You ready to take a break? No? Okay. Jake doesn't want to take a break. All right, we're good. We can keep... Say, listen, I can keep going. I had more. This is a little longer, though, so I don't know if I can play this necessarily. What Joe Biden said, yes. Oh, no. Oh, I hear the music. All right. It ran all by... You didn't even push the button. It ran all by itself. Which, by the way, speaking of which, it's Jake Day. It's Friday. Why don't we give you a little more time on the air? Maybe coming up after the break. People want to hear from you. Maybe we should get Jake's opinion or Jake's thoughts on the news of the day. What do you say?
I'm here for it.
It's maybe something we'll do coming up.
92.5 Fox News. Right. All along.
Well, is the little pill working yet?
Men, these days could be a thing of the past. Hello, this is Dr. Lou Spangler at Neogenics. Recent advances in non-surgical treatment for erectile dysfunction, combining high-frequency shockwave therapy with the P-Shot, which utilizes platelet-rich plasma, can help restore your virility. These treatments help restore blood flow to the penis and rejuvenate penile tissues, resulting in longer, stronger, firmer, more satisfying erections. Both treatments are simple, in-office procedures, and there is no pain and no downtime. You can resume all normal activities immediately after treatment, including sexual activity. Men, you don't have to suffer anymore. If you have erectile dysfunction or simply want to improve your sexual function, call Neogenics at 239-277-9999 for a free consultation. That's Neogenics at 277-9999. Again, 277-9999.
Hey guys, it's health and fitness expert Robbie Raw. You've heard how much I love my arch supports from the Good Feet store. Now I want you to hear from someone else who's taken my advice.
Hi, I'm Dr. Julie Caton. I have always enjoyed walking but have had severe pain in my leg and ankle. I heard about the Good Feet store from Robbie and decided to get my own arch supports. I was pleasantly surprised to discover their 3-step support system, which fits in all of my different shoes. I absolutely love them. And now I'm back to enjoying my nature walks, my dog walks, and any form of exercise. I thank Robbie for her advice and the Good Feet store for giving me my active life back.
Friends, if you have knee, hip, or back pain, don't wait. Visit the Good Feet store and take back your life. You know, what you do today will affect the quality of your life later. And nothing changes if nothing changes. Decide today to live your best life. You are worth it, and that's the raw truth.
Disc Centers of America, a call to us can change your life.
Hi, I'm Dr. Ivan with Disc Centers of America. We're the nation's largest team of doctors providing spinal decompression for neck and back pain. Did you know a bulging or herniated disc left untreated can lead to tingling, numbness, or pain in your arms or legs, even sciatica? At Disc Centers of America in Lehigh Acres, we use FDA-cleared equipment to restore nutrients and oxygen back into your herniated discs. Treatments are gentle, patients generally fall asleep, and they wake up feeling better. I've personally treated thousands of patients without dangerous narcotics, injections, or surgeries. Have a recent MRI? Let me be your second opinion. I'm Dr. Ivan with Disc Centers of America. Let me help you get your life back.
Call Dr. Ivan at 239-579-4444. That's 579-4444. Or visit online at LehighAcresDiscCenter.com.
Fox News, I'm Chris Foster. President Biden announces plans to send more liquefied natural gas to Europe and help end dependence on Russian fuel sources.
The United States and the European Union are going to work together to take concrete measures to reduce dependence on natural gas, period, and to maximize the availability and use of renewable energy.
The president there in Brussels, Belgium. He's on his way to Poland now. Just one top seed left in the men's college basketball tournament.
Arkansas is heading back to the Elite Eight. The Razorbacks stunning the top seed overall of the men's bracket, Gonzaga. They're going to be taking on Duke Saturday as the Blue Devils defeat Texas Tech. Arizona fell to Houston, making Kansas the lone one seed standing. Houston will be taking on Villanova Saturday. The Michigan Cinderella run 63-55 to reach their third.
This update is presented by Stevie Tomatoes Sports Page in Fort Myers, Cape Coral, and Naples.
Wink News, traffic.
In Lee County, speeds we're seeing slowing down to 21 miles per hour on Daniels Parkway as you pass JetBlue Park and head towards 75. Nothing new for this time of day. Midpoint Bridge starting to stack up, speeds around 26 miles per hour. Cape Coral Bridge still all clear at this hour. Going to be a better option if you're hopping between the Cape and Fort Myers. 75 looking really good at this time of day. An easy time to get on the interstate. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Taylor Wirtz. Wink News.
Wink Weather Authority.
Well, now that a cold front is through our area, we'll continue to see improving conditions for today. After some clouds and a few showers to start, we'll eventually give way to a sunny sky by this afternoon as drier and cooler air continues to move in from the north and west. Look for a breeze today with highs back into the upper 70s and lower 80s. Sunshine transitioning into a mostly clear sky as we head into this evening, which will allow for a cooler start as we kick off your Saturday morning. Lows will be back down into the mid and upper 50s waking up tomorrow. We're back to 81 degrees for your Saturday afternoon high under plenty of sunshine with a bit of a breeze. We keep it dry through your Sunday, another high near 81 degrees, mostly sunny and breezy to end out the weekend. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
Whether you're commuting to the office or driving to the beach, always stay to the right with 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
Hi, I'm Big Al from Stevie Tomatoes. You've heard me say we're the working and retired person's country club. This means coming in for a meal, a drink, or with a party, and we will obtain your complete satisfaction with our food, service, and value. We strive for excellence with your service experience and our food. So on the rare occasion we fall short, tell us and we'll fix it. Plus, at Stevie Tomatoes, there are no pretenses, no attitudes, high prices, or rushing you in or out. Come relax, enjoy yourself, and be yourself. At Stevie's, we love meeting the men and women who currently and in the past work hard to make America great. We appreciate their values, honesty, industriousness, and affection for this great country. So head to Stevie's, where we strive for excellence in everything we do. I guarantee it. In Naples, Fort Myers, and Cape Coral. Come, come, come.
Stevie Tomatoes, Sports Page. Come for the food. Stay for the sports.
Hey, it's Drew Steele, and get ready because it's time once again. Next Friday, Oaks Farm Seed to Table. We do our first Friday live broadcast, and we love being out there and love seeing you there for the show, 6 to 9 a.m. They open up an hour earlier so that you can come in and enjoy some great breakfast and so much more. Maybe do some shopping while you're there as well. And you know how awesome Seed to Table is and what a great place it is to shop. We hope to see you there. Oaks Farm Seed to Table, our first Friday broadcast, 6 to 9 a.m. at the corner of Immokalee and Livingston Road in Naples. Daybreak, 92.5 Fox News.
In business, it's never just another day. Every day is the day. There's the day you open your 500th location or expand to a new city. The day you deliver a make-or-break pitch from 1,000 miles away. Or the day that you have to start it all over again. That's the thing. You never know what the day might bring. But with Comcast Business, you'll have the powerful solutions you need to handle anything that comes your way. Like the power of the network that can deliver gig speeds to the most businesses. the freedom to control your network from anywhere, and advanced cybersecurity to help protect every device on it. All backed by a team of can-do collaborators ready to roll up their sleeves and make things happen 24/7. Every day in business is a big day. We'll keep you ready for what's next. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Restrictions apply. Actual speeds vary. Call for details.
Trust. It's the rock-solid foundation of Moran Wealth Management. Over 40 years ago, they began advising clients on ways to help meet their financial goals. 4 decades later, we've helped many reach their goals of providing for themselves, their families, and future generations. CEO Tom Moran has assembled an impressive team of professionals, each committed to the same core concept. Tom is recognized by Barron's as a Hall of Fame advisor. To be named a Hall of Fame advisor, the advisor has to have been ranked by Barron's consecutively for the last 10 years in any of their rankings. Let us earn your trust. Call 239-920-4440 or visit moranwm.com. Barron's rankings are based on data provided by thousands of advisors. Factors included in the rankings were assets under management, revenue produced for the firm, regulatory record, length of service, quality of practice, and client retention. Investment products and services are offered through Wells Fargo Advisors Financial Network, LLC, WFAFN, member SIPC. Moran Wealth Management is a separate entity from WFAFN.
Liberals suck. That's why we have Clay and Buck. Clay Travis and Buck Sexton. Today, noon to 3 on 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
All right, typically, Mike Opelka joins us. Boy, that's loud. There you go. Okay. Typically, Mike Opelka joins us on Fridays. He is busy this morning. He's going to be doing some fill-in Washington, D.C., so I thought at professional risk that maybe we just we'll talk about the news with Jake the Millennial News. Maybe we'll have maybe we'll do a segment called Millennial News and have you comment on your thoughts on some of the things that I'll pop up here and some stories.
Okay, what you got? What are we
well, that's coming
about?
up. Don't get it. Hey, slow down there, Tiger.
Slowing down.
All right. Also, maybe you would like to call on this Jake Day, 239-479-5592, especially if you're not happy with me. Maybe you're ticked off at me. Maybe you have a difference of opinion. Maybe you're a Democrat. Maybe you're a Marxist. Maybe you're a socialist. Maybe you're all three. And you want to call and just question some of the things that we've talked about this morning or anything at all. I'll open up the phone lines to you, or maybe you just have something on your mind. Maybe we'll just do that this morning. I'm okay with that. And we'll skim through some of the headlines and see what Jake thinks. I don't know why I'm laughing. It'll be fun.
I don't see what's so funny.
At professional risk. I mean, who knows where this
What does that even mean?
That I have to keep my finger on the dump button.
No, you don't.
Okay. Excited to tell you, Sean Spicer, who you heard just a little while ago, he will be here in Southwest Florida, a live event, Wednesday, April 20th, 5 to 7 p.m. Mark your calendars now. Wednesday, April 20th, 5 to 7 p.m. at Silver Spot Theaters at Mercado in Naples. You can get your tickets by going to rightallalong.net, rightallalong.net. Everybody, every seat is a VIP ticket, and you'll get a signed copy of Radical Nation. So it's going to be a great event, a lot of fun, hanging out with Sean Spicer. Like I said, every ticket is a VIP. You'll get to meet him, you'll get the book, and you'll get a chance to hear us talk about the news of the day. Wednesday, April 20th, 5 to 7 p.m. at Silver Spot Theaters at Mercado in Naples. And you can get your tickets at rightallalong.net. All right. Let's see. Before we get to Jake, I just have to tell you this. Donald Trump is suing everybody. Everybody and their mother over the Steele dossier. Did you hear about this? Yeah. So he's made the move. Donald Trump first. Like everybody that's part of the Russia collusion hoax. And I was looking at some of the names. Just wanted to say this is going to be fun. Let's see. Hillary Clinton, right? She's in there.
You know?
All right. The Democrat National Committee, DNC Services Corporation, Perkins Coie, Michael Sussman, Mark Elias, even Debbie Wasserman Schultz is in there.
I have the skin of an alligator.
So Debbie Wasserman Schultz, Charles Dolan Jr., Jake Sullivan, John Podesta, Robbie Mook, Philip Raines, Fusion GPS, Glenn Simpson, Peter Frisch, Nellie Orr, Bruce Orr, Orbis Business Intelligence, Christopher Steele, Igor Janchenko. I mean, this goes on and on. Peter Strong and Lisa Page, the FBI lovers at the center of the whole investigation before moving on to work with Robert Mueller. And Bruce Orr was a DOJ official. Who had direct contact with the folks at Fusion GPS, like Glenn. I mean, I don't know if anything's going to happen with this, but just because when you're talking about the legal system and anytime Donald Trump's name is in there or anything that has to do with Trump, you worry if the legal system is going to do the right thing. So we'll see. Okay. Let's see, Jake. What do you want to talk about this morning? Is there anything in particular that's it could be? Listen, for you, it could be anything. It doesn't even have to be. It's just something that's got you all riled up. Something that you just want to. You just want to bring it up. Is there anything you want to vent?
No, I can't think of anything off the top of my head. But there's somebody who asked me, "Is Jake a biologist?" No, but I can determine the difference between sexual.
Okay, so a man and a woman.
I got that. That's not difficult.
You got that down, but you're not a biologist, so you admit that. Okay. All right, so we've got that. I know there's
so what do you want me to talk about? Because I could make something up.
No, I don't know. I don't want you to do that. I don't want you to make anything. I just thought there might be something on your mind that's on your plate. That's something that's been bothering you.
Something that's been
typically there's something that's going on, and then I can roll it into politics because as a millennial, culturally, when you talk to your friends, do they know? Can they define what a woman is? Why are you laughing?
Because it's funny.
Like
maybe they might be able to.
Is it funny because we can't even believe we're having this conversation? Is that what it is?
No, it's because most of my friends aren't the brightest, and I'll tell them that to their face. And I'm not. I'm not a genius. I'm getting text and phone calls already as it is.
Yeah.
No. I don't even remember the question. What was the question?
All right. So 239-479-5592. That's it for that segment. We're good. We're good. We're done. We're good. I gave it a shot. We're good. We're good. All right. Anybody else want to call? And okay. USA Today says science says there's no simple answer on the definition of a woman. No simple answer. A little complicated. There's a PhD candidate that has declared on Twitter that a woman is anyone who identifies as a woman. That's it. Look, you say you're a woman, you're a woman. Period. Full stop. Nothing else to see here. Move on. Okay. Got it. Yeah, I don't even want to keep going over that time and time. I mean, we all get it, right? All right, we're getting some calls. So we'll go to some calls coming up and see, I don't know, whatever you... Joe just has a question? Like, I don't even know what the question is? Is this Joe?
Yeah, John.
John. So you just have... Okay, you have a question.
Yeah.
I don't even know what it is.
What is the difference between a pan-transgender and a transgender? I mean, is it pan? Is that like Peter Pan syndrome, or what is that?
You mean it's like somebody who's pansexual is? I can't even believe we're having this conversation. Do we have to? From what I don't know. Does that mean multiple, more than one? I'm not an expert.
I don't know that athlete that's being accused of cheating for the women's sports. They call him a pan-trans.
Wait, you're talking about Leah? You're talking about Leah Thomas?
Yeah,
the swimmer. Thomas. I don't know. I don't know their. Yeah, I have no idea. I've never heard that. But thanks for the call, John. I don't know. We can go other places. Okay. Dan's in North Fort Myers. Hi, Dan.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, good.
Hey, with all the money that they're passing and printing and all these things, why is it that we're not refunding the Social Security that they drained dry years ago to make themselves look good? Think about it.
If they couldn't.
Any ideas?
Well, number one, there's no way. Just because, well, first of all, they wouldn't, even if they could. Let's go back for a second. Let's imagine a world. You ready? You and me. It's just the two of us, Dan. Just me and you talking. Nobody else is listening. Okay. Let's imagine a world where people in Washington, D.C. are all fiscally responsible. Like the bills that they have to pay for the American taxpayer. Like we We trust them with our money. We say, here's our tax dollars, and we trust you that you will do the right thing. Let's just believe that that's going to be the case, which, of course, it isn't. If you had to start someplace, where would you start? The first thing you have to do, I mean, and Social Security, listen, we can go places on Social Security. We have to decide whether or not Social Security, we want to keep it secure or not, and there's some big changes that would have to happen in order to make sure that it is. But let's just say we start somewhere with the fiscal responsibility. Number one, how long can we keep printing money for? And who doesn't think that it's happening? Like, we have to get that money out of circulation. It literally has to be taken and burned. Like, it's got to be removed from circulation. Do you believe that anybody wants to do that at all? And the question is, if they don't, why? Why do you think they wouldn't want to?
Well, they want to destroy our country, it sounds like.
Well, what about the Republicans who maybe don't want to destroy the country, but they don't seem to want to do anything either? I mean, listen, if we're going to be honest, and it's just the two of us talking, Dan, it's not just it's not just Democrats. Republicans do it too, right? And if you're a Republican and you're like, listen, they don't want to destroy the country, so then why don't they? Well, they can't, right, Dan? Because it's the headwinds, because then they have to convince Democrats. Really? Because they soon probably will have the House and the Senate and the White House. So they could do some pretty good radical things, but good radical things. Would they? Why wouldn't they?
Yeah, it's hard selling.
Yeah.
Hard selling, yeah.
They're not going to do things like that, even if they could fund it, even if they could, because that would suppose that they would be fiscally responsible, and that they would have to cut. There's going to have to be tons and tons of cuts, and people don't like to hear the word cut. Jake doesn't like to hear the word cut when it comes to his hair. You don't like to hear the word cut when it comes to, like, your paycheck. But if we're going to be fiscally responsible, there's some ugly things that have to be done. And then guess what? Nobody wants to vote for you. So, yeah.
That's too bad.
Did that answer?
I wish things were different. Yeah,
I do too. I could see people, and thanks for the call, Dan. I appreciate it. I could see people that could be president of the United States that would be a lot better than where we are. I could see that. I can see a world where, I don't know. Wait, did you just say that, or did you play a clip? You sounded like Biden when you said that. Say it.
So what did I say?
Do it. You just did it.
True international pressure.
That's you doing that.
True international average of pressure.
You are good.
I hear it so much.
Good for you.
I do say that in traffic, though, sometimes when I'm at a stoplight or somebody's not turning fast enough or somebody's in the fast lane.
Yeah.
That's something we could talk about is traffic. No?
Do we have to go to break? Or?
No, I used to go 3 minutes.
All right, good. Yeah, we could talk about that in just a second. Because I wanted to bring this up. Speaking of fiscal responsibility, man, it would be amazing if, I'm just going to throw this out there, everybody. This is just off the top of my head, and I don't really know necessarily where else to go with this, but I'll just give you the basics. It would be awesome if there was somebody, a governor, a president, a Congress, somebody, that would say, we need to have a bill that would require high school students to pass a financial literacy course. If we had that, it's a...
Breaking news.
A bombshell. Oh, wait, this just handed to me. We do. Oh. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis signed legislation requiring high school students to pass a financial literacy course before graduating. That, my friends, is awesome. Now, why is that so awesome? Well, 23-24 is the school year that it'll happen. Provide students instruction on managing debt, handling bank accounts, and navigating credit scores and taxes. Governor said that ensuring our students have the skills to manage their finances and perhaps one day own a business will pay dividends for our state. He's exactly right. This is an amazing bill is being signed, and here's another reason why. While there are some crazy leftists who want to teach your kids CRT, diversity, equity, and inclusion, and some of the ways that they do it in a sneaky way, like James Lindsay has laid out one of the sneaky ways that they are getting it done. just happens to be in math questions. He had a math question that he put out on his Twitter feed. Some people picked up on this, and how the math question that's being asked in this high school class, in Pennsylvania, a math lesson, and what they do in the math lesson is they ask questions about the probability that a child selected at random in 2008 would be in poverty. What's the probability that a randomly selected child is white and in poverty? What's the probability that a randomly selected child is non-white and in poverty? And goes through all these probabilities as a math question. Is poverty independent of race? And use probabilities to explain, because the way that the math question is structured is about white, non-white, people in poverty and not in poverty, and they give you a chart. Do you see how deceptively CRT is used? When they're saying CRT is not being taught in schools, well, hold on a second. CRT may not be in the curriculum, but they're using diversity, equity, inclusion, and critical race theory in the problems. They're taking a math problem that they could use with apples or oranges or tape recorders or coffee cups or anything else, but they decide instead to use poverty, non-poverty, white, non-whites, race, white kids, non-white kids, as math problems. Do you see how it works? The same way that the left is doing that and introducing CRT into schools, and how they're doing it is the same way that, to the opposite effect, you could introduce to students financial literacy, learning how to manage debt, handle bank accounts, navigating credit scores, navigating taxes and how they work, as instruction that must happen before you graduate, as a way to have fiscally responsible kids graduating from schools who one day will not only have a business, but also will be politicians and will have absolutely no excuse to say that they don't understand bank accounts, managing debt, navigating credit scores, navigating the issues of inflation, navigating the issues of printing money, navigating the issues of reverse dollar cost averaging and the like. And all of a sudden, maybe there you have a change where people say, well, hold on a second. I don't think we can keep doing this. I kind of learned this. I kind of know this. I had to graduate in order to, I had to have this knowledge in order to graduate. I got to do the right thing because I care about my country. I care about my family. I care about the future of the nation. And I know that it's tangible and it affects each and every one of us. And it doesn't matter if you're black, white, Hispanic, Asian, if you're Democrat, Republican, we all get hit. So that's why that is a huge story. All right. Hope that all made sense. Anybody else? Jake, why don't you do this? Before we go, give us your millennial thought of the day.
My millennial thought.
As we end the program right now, just for the kids, for the youths.
If something bothers you, it's up to you to decide on whether that is going to affect you for the rest of your day. Someone cuts you off in traffic and it upsets you, you don't have to let it. It's completely up to you. You make the decision. Don't let people make it for you.
Wow.
And that has been the Millennial Moment with Jake the Millennial.
Wow, you even tagged the end of that, too. That's... Okay, well, good. I feel like you're learning something. That was very... Now, will you put that in practice? I just see you saying that you're going to get in your car, somebody's going to cut you off, and you're going to be, hey! You see this finger right here? No, don't do that.
Turn international pressure.
Yeah,
don't say.
Oh, that's probably, yeah, that would be bad. All right, let's find out how your forecast is shaping up through the weekend with the Wink News meteorologist, Casey Sherman.
Thanks, Drew. Clouds continue to clear from northwest to southeast for the remainder of today, leaving us with plenty of sunshine as we head through the later portion of this afternoon, with a mainly clear sky for this evening. We keep it dry for Friday evening plans, and it will be cooler for tonight. Lows cooling back into mid and upper 50s by your Saturday morning, where you should be back to 81 degrees for Saturday afternoon. Lots of sunshine with a bit of a breeze persisting for your Saturday. We keep it dry into your Sunday. Another start in the 50s for your Sunday morning, back to 81 degrees for your Sunday afternoon high with a mostly sunny sky. I'm Wake News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
There's a reason they call tasteless, stale food leftovers. Feed your brain the right way. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
You've worked hard in life and created substantial wealth, but isn't your legacy about more than money? At FindMark, we ask our clients, how will you prepare the next generation? Will they inherit your values along with your wealth? Having a plan is essential. FindMark can help. Visit us at our locations in Fort Myers, Naples, Bonita Springs, and Estero, or online at findmarkbank.com.
Lusk, Drasites, and Talisano believes winning cases is no accident. Your case is important. Pick a firm with resources to actually prosecute your case. If your case is accepted, you're guaranteed to not pay a single penny.